Hey everybody, I want to introduce you to our latest sponsor, Salt Electrolytes. Feeling depleted after a tough grappling session? Well, Salt targets your depleted electrolyte levels with a boost of hydration and health. It gives your body the baseline recovery it needs. Salt contains 6 different electrolytes with a touch of iodine to help maintain a healthy thyroid. No sugar, no dyes, no bullshit. Go earn your salt. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the BJJ Foxcast. I am your host, Alex Martinez, and I'm here with my co-host, Alex Tojo Cray.
Yo.
I'm
trying to tell your nephew, grandson.
My grandson,
to
yeah.
stay the fuck out of here. He's looking at me like, I'm coming in there.
Adult time.
Our guest tonight is Alex Naddour. Alex is a 2-time Olympian, once in 2012 in London as an alternate, and 2016 at the Rio de Janeiro, if I'm correct on that, where he won a bronze medal as an individual in the pommel horse.
Yep.
Been on 5 world teams.
Is it pummel or pommel?
Pommel.
It's pommel. Yeah. Some people say pummel, like you're going to pummel it.
Yeah.
Like an idiot says that, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I said pommel.
You said pummel.
I didn't say pummel.
Yeah, you did.
All right, I fucked it up. Anyway.
Same, but different.
5 world teams. Just a fucking great dude.
Thank you.
Blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I had to promote you because I could not in good conscience let you compete against white belts.
Coward. That's the
nice
best.
of you.
And welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
It's my first podcast.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Is it really?
Yeah, for real. This is literally my first podcast I've ever done. I've had other buddies. I got some other buddies who do podcasts and stuff, and
They said fuck you.
Just always been busy.
Hey, I got a question about the Winter Olympics. Is that just so rich kids can
that's the better Olympics.
Is that so rich kids can participate too? Don't lie to me.
I don't know. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean,
because I can
it's all the skiing
I don't know.
sports,
Does curling make good money?
Dude, curling.
Does it? I don't know.
No, as a spoof, that became really popular.
Oh, it's popular. Heck
People
yeah.
were like, "Oh, fucking curling." Next thing you know, it's like
Have
the
you
fucking sport.
been in the Midwest?
It's the speed walking of the winter.
I was literally thinking that.
It's called race walking, which
I'm not gonna lie,
not a good look.
I mean nothing bad. Luckily, I don't know anyone who does it. But I remember when we were in the village, we'd be driving around, and these dudes, their hips,
Those guys ain't fucking
working.
Yeah,
dude. They're cranking, and I'm just like, oh, dude, they're poor labrums later or something. Like it can't be good.
Did you ever see those guys, the race walkers? They wear like speed suits. You ever seen them? They got like a onesie, like from head to toe, like completely covered, and they're just fucking working it, dude.
You know what's funny? So
back in the 70s, they had fucking mustaches.
Similar,
baby.
but not the same thing. So I follow this guy who's he's like a drift guy. Like he's a professional drifter, and has
like on a train and shit.
No, like cars, like drifting, where they're basically like skidding. Like
I know what drifting is.
Are you sure? Because you kind of seem like an idiot. But he does formula drift. So these are like 1,000 horsepower cars, and they're fucking putting these things sideways and shit.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna take my drift car to the drag strip, and the thing that he was talking about is like all the aero on these cars is pretty much just for like style.
Yeah,
it's like they're not going over 100 miles per hour in a drift. They're going like 60, but the wheel speed is like 150.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of you doing it. Were you in a car?
Oh, I was in a car. I wasn't drifting. That was a local guy who's like big in like the 88.6 scene. But anyways, he was talking about how he's like, if I drift this thing, I don't think my aero will hold up to the speed, because he's gonna put slicks on it, and he's gonna be doing like 150 in the quarter mile in this car, and he's like, it's gonna rip my bumper off. So they're like reinforcing the bumper. So like it looks like, but it's kind of like these guys in speed walking is like, at the speed you're going, does fucking aerodynamics even matter?
I was wondering.
I think it does.
I was wondering
how I think it does.
You know how cyclists get in the wind tunnel? I was wondering if that race walker would jump in the tunnel. You know what I mean, with the smoke and shit. And fucking.
I could find one. I'll find someone who does it, and we'll get him on.
The wind tunnel guy's like, he's like covering the mic. He's like, these fucking guys.
No, hey, let's kick it up to 7.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you remember in
I think
those
they do
suits in the swimmers.
amount.
The swimmers had like those fish scale like.
So
suits.
that was in 2008. I think it was 2008.
Yeah, but they said it was illegal or something, right?
Well, it wasn't then.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like it's like F1 where they'll do something that like kind of like oversteps like the rules or whatever, and
Yeah.
the next year it's illegal.
I think the guys should have been allowed to.
They were breaking records.
Yeah.
Like no one's business.
Can you imagine if
awesome.
the guys wore those?
I think I told you guys about this in 2012.
It was the guys wearing those.
right?
Nah.
Did I tell you guys about the 2012 the uniforms that they had?
Oh, the ones
For
that
us?
that you wore. Yeah.
Well, alternate didn't compete, but I have them and I've worn them to try them. But yeah, it was Adidas, and they were the sponsor at the time. And
The
they had-
compression ones?
yeah, so it had like this. Imagine like KT tape, but
Yeah.
it's clear.
Yeah.
and so it literally would be if you're arching or you're out of position, it would feel tight.
You'd feel
And
the
then-
tension,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you go back, so that way we'd have better lines.
Could you
Was that
imagine
cheating?
designing
Was that
that?
cheating?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. We didn't medal, so probably not.
They're like, we don't care.
Yeah, we relied solely on steroids. Okay, so the uniform was not in play.
Well, the thing about stuff like that is like the engineering behind it.
Oh, crazy! Yeah.
Like how do you design something that like if you're like you said, if you maybe you're slouching, you let your shoulders roll forward or something, and then if you feel the tension, it's like it has to be made like in a way that like it.
I guarantee it was a German dude that is not on social media, and all he does is sit and think.
And you don't want to look at his family tree.
You don't. No.
yeah,
Argentina's not bad.
I don't know. I don't know who came up with it or what, but it was very interesting. And I did think, I was like, is this cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it seemed odd.
I'm not saying I would have that thought
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
but you got to run all that stuff by the Olympic, whatever, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they did. Yeah, I don't know. And it obviously didn't make that much of a
How
difference.
much
But I think there was more like no stone unturned. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean? Like
yeah.
you didn't want to, you can't cheat, can't do that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
But like it's technically allowed. So
Yeah.
maybe it was a gray area. Like if that gives us 1/10, maybe it puts us on the podium again.
That's
Sure.
huge. Yeah.
You know?
Well,
So
I mean,
think
at that
that's what they
level,
were
right?
going.
At that
Yeah.
level, like what
Every
the 10th is.
10th.
So let me ask you this. So at the Olympic level, as an athlete, I kind of imagine you guys as like race car drivers where like the coaches handle the rules. You just fucking go perform. Is that how it is? Or are you paying attention to like the rules and regulations,
I think
wardrobe stuff?
It's probably different for every athlete. For myself, like I paid attention to the rules.
Well,
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but we had a conversation once, and you trained more with your dad one-on-one than you did with the team, right?
Yeah. So yeah, for people who don't know how it works, like the team actually, like maybe other sports, like they train together, they do all that together. We have training camps. It was about every couple months we go to the Olympic Training Center.
Yeah.
So we train together.
Okay.
But everyone, for the most part, unless you're training at a university or something and you got another teammate there, everyone kind of trains alone. And then we would come together for a camp and kind of see how everyone was.
Yeah.
So even stuff like that, though, like we were playing mind games.
Yeah.
Or at least I was. Because I go to a camp and I'd be like, okay, well, I didn't really upload stuff. There really wasn't too much. I guess YouTube towards the end there was, but I wasn't into that.
Right.
So like if no one knows what I'm doing, my competitors to make a team, they don't know the skills that I've learned.
right.
They don't know my hardest routines.
Yeah.
So we would go to camps and I would kind of talk to the guys and find out what they were doing and stuff. And so we'd have routines that were lighter.
So you don't really know how you're like, you stack.
For the most part, you do based on nationals, but I didn't want to give away, right? There's only a year to make the next world team. And so after worlds, everyone's kind of off season. You're working new skills. How
Right.
can you raise your start value to make that team on the events you want to make?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe if I just like don't show them everything that I can do. So then by the time they do see it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought you could do the start value. You thought that you could make that team. Well, I got 4 more tenths, 5 more tenths in start value. You're not going to make the team.
Well, I remember you telling us once about like how you had like, if this guy does this, I need to do this better routine. Like you have like kind of routines in your pocket.
For the most part, yeah, you have your base routine. Most guys have their base routine, I learned, and then on the world stage, they got another routine.
Yeah.
And that routine, instead of, we'll call it Russian, imagine going around in a circle, you can do up to 3.
Right.
So the routine they're doing, maybe they do 1. When they're doing flops, maybe they do like 1 or 2, but they could
What's
do
a
4.
flop?
It's on a single pommel. You're circling and you go around. The most you could do, it's an E value. But if
Okay.
you do like 2 or something, so let's say it's like a C or a D value. Same thing with the Russian. If you do a 360 or a 540, it's a C or say a D.
Okay.
And then if you do like a 720 or a 10, it goes up in value because you're risking more.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you can have relatively the same routine but you can
kinda
throw
up it a
in
little
some
bit.
extra circles,
Sure.
and then all of a sudden you're 3 or 4 tenths higher.
Yeah.
Without changing it too much.
When did you know like you were at that level, at the level to go
boy.
at the highest level? Because I mean, the reason I asked that is like you and I have conversations all the time, and you were talking about like college level gymnasts that can't even sniff the Olympic level. When did you know that you were at that level?
It took me a long time. I was a late bloomer.
Okay.
Yeah, super late bloomer. There's
When the steroids kicked in.
Yeah.
yeah, I wish that was later.
Yeah.
No, but no, there's future stars is what they called it. So that's like imagine, I would guess like in jiu-jitsu, like the adult league versus masters.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's not even the same sport.
The future stars is like, those are the top dudes.
Yeah.
If you get invited to a future stars camp, you're one of the top guys. I never did any of those, never made any of those.
Wow.
I was super late blooming. But like in Arizona.
What age group is that?
It's probably below like around 12.
Yeah.
Oh, so like little
young,
kids.
Yeah.
Little
Okay,
kids.
gotcha.
Yeah, you start basically at birth, kind of. So I was late blooming, but like in Arizona, I win everything. Like
Yeah.
California was awesome, Texas awesome, and so California produced most of the guys in Region 1, the top guys.
So is California like the Alabama for football, but it's like for gymnastics, California's the place to be?
I don't know how it is now, but at the time when I was training, yeah.
Okay.
Like when we would go to a California meet, I'd be like, oh man, this is gonna be hard.
Wow.
Like these guys are good. But like in Arizona, I don't remember losing ever.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really push myself, and I didn't try.
Are you you're originally from Arizona, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, because you went to Highland, right?
Yeah.
With Aaron
Highland.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Yep, Highland High. Yep. And
What? I'm sorry. Keep going. No, sorry.
oh, you're good.
Yeah.
And so like I didn't really push it until I was probably around 15.
Okay.
So at 15, I got invited because my dad was on the junior Olympic coaching staff. I didn't make it to the regional select team at a camp at Woodward for like the top guys get to go to there.
At Woodward,
region.
huh?
It was Woodward.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's a California one in Pennsylvania. I've been to both.
Yeah, because I know they do like the extreme sports.
Oh yeah, I've
skateboarding,
met
BMX and
Tony
all
Hawk. I've
Yeah.
met Bob Burnquist. I've been to all those.
Well, because there's also
cool.
Lake
Lake Owen.
I've
Not anymore. It was Wisconsin. Yeah,
I've gone there. I've
Oh,
gone to
really?
Lake Owen.
It's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, they had the Fajita King, and they had the Blob, and they had all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
It was fun.
Fun stuff
Tons
as a
of
kid.
fun. Yeah.
But I was lucky enough that my dad, being my coach, he was so high up that he was invited to all these camps because of his knowledge. Before me, he actually produced Jason Gatson, who's Athens Olympian and Olympic silver as a team.
Okay. Was he an Arizona guy?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep, from our gym, yeah. And so, so because he was invited, I got to go to that camp. And then at that camp, they're like, hey, everyone here, we're going to get to go to Tokyo, Japan. And I was thinking, oh man, they're like, hey, but Alex, you've been training hard enough. You're welcome to come too. And I was like, holy crap. And at the time, our family didn't have a ton of money at all.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go. My dad was like, oh, you're going. And I was like, oh, boy.
yeah.
That'd be a cool adventure.
Oh, so
Yeah.
sick. So yeah, at 15, I went and I got to train at these different universities. We were there for about 2 weeks, and the main one was Nitai Dai. And the top guy, imagine like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like, I don't know if there's like someone who's like way ahead of their time, like way ahead.
Yeah, there's a few.
So good. We were like, wow.
Andre Galvão.
Oh, let's not go there.
and so in Japan, there's a guy named Kohei Uchimura.
Okay.
And he's the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT. He's the best that there ever was. Well,
Like overall?
overall.
Wow.
And individually. Like he has the most, imagine nowadays like Simone Biles.
Yeah.
He's the male version of Simone Biles.
Wow.
Is she still competing?
No, she's not right now. I believe she maybe
she
had a
retire?
kid. Yeah. I bet
Oh, a kid, really?
I bet she's probably going to try and have one. I don't know if she's had one or not yet, but I know she's married to the football guy and stuff, but
Yeah.
she'll probably come back. But anyways, we were in Japan, and I remember watching these guys train, and like that was the turning point in my gymnastics. 100%. I was 15 and I was watching these guys. I was like, holy shit.
Do you think they taught you how to be a professional? Like just their example, did they show you like what it takes?
I would say so. So
Yeah.
like most of the time as I was competing, it's like at little high school basketball places with like a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
little tournaments. When we went to Japan, we trained with these guys, and I remember watching going, this dude's only doing like one more twist than me, which is crazy hard to do. But like he's only doing one more. And I'm pretty good on pommel horse. I'm actually close to these guys.
Yeah.
And so I kind of saw a little gap. So I was like, hey, if I really try, I could make this happen. And that's when they were training. It was 2007. So they're training for 2008 in Beijing.
Yeah.
And And I was like, okay, we went to a competition. People were asking for our autographs. There was 20,000 people in the stands in the arena. And I was like, holy shit, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they don't have pro teams there. There's no football. There's no, like, gymnasts are the gods of their sport.
Yeah.
They have every sponsorship, every opportunity.
You're talking about in Japan?
In Japan.
Yeah. And the Japanese are so like, it doesn't matter what they do. It could be gardening. It could be gymnastics. They're like 100% in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I work for a Japanese company in the AC world. So we dealt with a lot of the Japanese guys that were like, the C-level guys. And it just seemed like whatever, like they don't.
Sea-level as in they're like by the ocean?
By the ocean. Yeah. At zero. But it was, I felt like they don't do things for a living. They dedicate themselves to things.
Oh, it's super
very
passionate.
different. Yeah. Very different.
Very passionate. And so when I was there, I was like, okay, I could do this. And we went to the comp. I saw statues of gymnasts on the highways. They had sculptures. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And at the time, maybe because the internet wasn't giant, I didn't look at stuff. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I remember watching Beijing at the Olympics and they came out, holy crap. That was intimidating. They're doing the drums and stuff. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. I got chills. I was like, this is what I want to do. I remember watching in Kohei at the time.
How old were you in Beijing, during Beijing?
I think I was probably 15 or 16. And Kohei, I think he was 17 or he had just turned 18.
Wow.
Very young. He fell, which is like, you fall, you ain't making it. No, he fell and he got silver. And then,
holy shit.
Yeah. And then in the all around,
yeah,
he had probably individual medals too, but like all of a sudden, like a switch flipped in him. And that's kind of the same switch that flipped in me where I was like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for 2012. And that's when I really, really started cranking on stuff.
So it just like you saw the experience and you're like, I need to be a part of this.
Yeah. I finally had like a light bulb where it's like, I have to do it. Not I want, like, this is me. I have to do this. I can do it. And like really, really started trying.
And that was 2008.
Yeah, that was in 2008. Yeah. And then in 2009, graduated and I went to University of Oklahoma. And I ended up rewind a little, but right after that, like I think I had gone to nationals at that time before I went to that camp. I wasn't even, imagine like 7 sheets of finals. I was on the lowest sheet.
Wow.
Like very bottom of the chain.
How many kids, so when you say nationals, how many kids is that?
There's probably a couple hundred, maybe 200 or 300.
But like, so say you do
but those
right?
are the top dudes in the nation. You have to qualify for nationals from regionals.
But you do pommel horse, right? So so men's pommel horse, or I guess boys pommel horse. I don't know.
Men's,
how many people are in that particular event?
Everyone does it. So most everyone does the all around at that age. Okay. Everyone does all 6 events. There's
just for our benefit. What is the all around? What does that mean?
So all around means all of the events. So it includes floor exercise, pommel horse, rings,
ribbons.
Nope.
Will Ferrell did that.
He killed it.
He rocked it.
Killed it.
Yeah. Vaults, parallel bars, and high bar.
Okay.
So those are the men's artistic events.
You guys get 1 bar. You don't do the
uneven is for girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
we have parallel bars, but not uneven. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I don't exactly remember where we were at from that question.
We were talking about the all around
events. Yeah.
Oh, and how many kids do
how many do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so pretty much everyone does at that age. Everyone does the all around. There's no specialists. Pretty much everyone does.
So you
that.
have like hundreds of kids doing each event.
Yep, and then they'll like at a nationals, you would do say all 6 events, and then from that, then they'll take the top 8 guys.
Okay.
And those guys on each event compete again on the events that they qualified for. So if you're very good, like at nationals, like I was saying, I didn't final on anything, didn't do anything, went to Japan, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
The next year I got 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah, jumped from 7th page to 1st page.
So did you focus or did you still have to all
focused. Around? So I did all around.
Okay.
But I was just super focused on, I didn't realize like I could be, everyone has strengths. So there's different body types. So if you're like, you got big old legs and short, like big legs, you're going to be good on floor and vault. Those are leg events. You got small legs, but you got short arms. You're going to be good on rings because when you're doing a cross, you're not way out here. You're in
less
tighter.
leverage on your shoulders.
Yeah. So every body type is different. And so to be all around the best, like, it's very hard.
Yeah.
You have to like excel.
Yeah, you have to excel. You have to pick your strengths, and you have to be really good at those. And then your weaknesses, you make those good, but not horrible. And if you can do that, then you can be good in the all around. And so the year after that, I ended up going to Junior Olympic Nationals. I won the all around my senior year. I committed to OU at that time, but won the all around.
Do they do the Junior Olympics the same schedule as like the regular Olympics, or is it like every year?
It's every year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically. At the time, it was every year. Now they may have, I think they have a youth Olympics. So I think there's nationals, and now there's a youth Olympics where like you kind of get to see everyone in the world and get to go train. But most of the guys, like,
is that annually or still
annually? Yeah.
Okay, because that makes sense with like kids. It's like 4 years. That's like they're a completely different person in 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. And so we trained and ended up doing good at that nationals, and then went to college, and then kept going from there. I never competed internationally. Most of the guys were on the junior national team, but because I was a late bloomer, never competed internationally, never anything. And then in 2010, I think 2010, I made the senior national team. I was like, oh boy, okay, I'm finally gonna get
senior nationals is how old?
18 and above.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the guys that are elite, and they get to go to the Olympics. Right. So if you're on the senior national team, it's at the time I think it's the same. I think it's like 15 guys.
Yeah.
They take usually the top 2 all-arounders at nationals, at Visa Championships. Now it's probably P&G or some other sponsor.
Sure. Yeah.
But they take the top 2, and then after that, then they go by points. So if you were to win an event, you get 10 points. Second place, you get 9 points.
Okay.
Third place. And so
it's a very true meritocracy.
Yeah.
Like very true. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then basically if you got to around 21, 22 points, you'd make the senior national team based on points.
Yep.
And let's say I don't even know, but let's call it 10 more. So then you're at 12. And then the last 3 dudes are the Olympic committee. Basically, there's probably 6 of them, and they go, okay, this guy had a bad meet, but he's amazing. We're putting him on the team. This guy's injured, so he couldn't compete at his best or compete at all. We're putting him. So they pick 3.
So when you make the Olympic team, how do they say like, okay, this is our team, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 alternates, or is it like, okay, you guys are the pack, and then you're competing against each other to make the team, or alternates? How does that work?
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's super tough, and it's a lot of politics.
Who makes these decisions?
Those 6 guys. Yeah. And so basically they decide the teams. So and I don't know exactly who it is now, but like at the time there's Yuichi Tomita, Dennis McIntyre. Thank you. And a lot of high up guys that basically they've been around forever.
Yeah. And
they go, okay, these are the guys that we want on the team. But to make an Olympic team, like it's the same thing. If you're top 2 in the all around, so you have a nationals and you compete twice, and then after that you have Olympic trials and you compete twice.
Okay.
So out of 4 competitions, so then they have a pretty wide view, and they have national team camps. They have all this stuff. They can see what you've done. They can decide who they basically feel is going to make that team.
Yeah. So earlier you said that you don't show your cards to your competitors, but just in what you've been saying for the past 20 minutes, it sounds like you have more. It was like more competitors in the U.S. than internationally. You were competing more against your peers
100%
to make the team.
Yeah, like I said, I never even really competed out of the country too much. Yeah, so it's just the guys in the country.
Yeah,
and they're like, for instance, Jake Dalton, one of my best friends, and he and I were buddies. We've been buddies since we were probably like 8. And we met at the Woodward thing. We went to every regional camp together. He was in Nevada. They're part of our region. Everything. When we went to go to college, we're like, dude, we want to win. Like, where do you want to go to college?
Wow.
It's like, I don't know. Let's do every recruiting trip together. He ended up 2nd at nationals. So we were 1 and 2. And I was like, okay. So we went on every trip together, and it was awesome. I thought I was going to go to Penn State. I loved Penn State.
Dude, yeah, Penn State's fucking
Randy
cool.
Jepson was a coach, great guy. And then I went to a camp, and I was killing it. And a guy named Tom Meadows was there. He's super high in the gymnastics world, one of the best coaches, produced more Olympians than anybody. Was coach at Cypress Academy in Houston, and he was there, and he's an OU alum from the University of Oklahoma. And I was going, he's like, hey, have you decided where you're going to go to college? And I was like, no, honestly, I think I'm going to go to Penn State. And he was like, oh, have you, not Oklahoma? And I was like, man, I tried, but they didn't recruit me at all. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, they didn't reach out. They didn't we tried. no. And he was like, huh. Literally the next day at 5 a.m. going to the airport, I get a call from the head coach, Mark Williams. He's like, hey, we have Jake's coming in town to do a recruiting trip next week. Can you be there? And
I'm just saying Mark was a little bit sleeping on the job.
Definitely.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. He's not my favorite person, so I will agree. But yeah, so I ended up, Jake and I went to college together.
Wow.
He was on the 2011 World team with me. 2012, he made the Olympic team when I was alternate.
Wow.
2013, 14, 13, I think he might have been injured. 13, he was there as individual. 14, I think he was injured, and then 15 years on that team, 16 years on that team. So we've been friends our whole lives, and we've both been. And when I say that team, there's only 5 to 6 of us.
Yeah.
So to have 2 guys, like we were a good team together. He had massive tree trunk legs.
Yeah.
Oh, they were gonna say dick because
Just a giant cock.
huge dick.
Yeah.
That, honestly, I don't know. Could be. But he was good.
Individual showers.
He was good on floor and vault.
Yeah.
And I was good on pommels in rings. And then we had Chris Brooks and
How hard is the Iron Cross?
It's not very hard.
Can you teach me?
I'll try. It's like anything, honestly. If you worked it long enough to work those specific muscles, I told you how to do it. A lot of people are like, oh, you do the cross. It's like, yeah, see my shoulders, how they're here? No, you got to round. Now you use your lat. Now you have this muscle firing. There's certain muscles that you have to train, and then you can get really good at it.
But you have to like obviously be able to like keep your elbow from like.
Yeah, I genuinely think that anyone who tries anything long enough, if they have proper coach, you could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because that's like I was just talking to D about like the rock climbing stuff about like.
Does he rock climb a lot?
No. But he was sending me stuff because I used to rock climb, so he was like asking me about like what's his name, Alex Honnold doing the China Tower or whatever
For 500K.
And I'm like, I was like, there is not a move,
dude. I watched it. He got up like 2 or 3, and I was like, it's not that bad. And they zoomed out, and I was like, yeah, fuck that.
I was telling him that.
Yeah.
I was telling him that I was like, there is literally not a move that he does on that tower that I couldn't teach like any relatively fit person how to do.
Sure.
Because it's easy. It's just doing it when you're like a couple 100 feet off the ground. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's being comfort while uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like you don't have the option of failure.
When you get good at that as an athlete.
Yeah. But basically like climbing a building is basically a ladder.
Yeah.
But like
for him, it was probably easy.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, but it's probably
him
easy.
doing like El Capitan. He did Rough Rider, which like the difficulty of Rough Rider is 12D in the Yosemite decimal system.
His name was Alex too, right?
Alex Honnold, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All the Alexes are the best at all the sports.
There's 3 Alexes in the room. I just realized that.
We're gonna count Alex
like
Honnold as in the room.
Alex, like,
he's
Alex 4 in the room.
4 in the room, bitch.
But I was like, there's a infographic or whatever where it shows that tower that he climbed, and then it's El Cap, and El Cap is like 3 times bigger.
Wow.
And it's actually fucking difficult. I was like, I climbed in the 12 level. If you're a rock climber who climbs at the 12 grade, you are in the 1% of rock climbers. Right, because that's how difficult that. And
Did you ever go to that Atlas place that's over here?
I haven't. I actually quit since COVID. I haven't climbed, and all these gyms popped up after COVID. But I was saying like those grades, it's like from there it just exponentially higher. Like 13, 14, 15 is the highest grade right now.
What a great way to help with your jiu-jitsu though.
Oh,
like truly, if you're hyper focused on something, you're using your forearm and grip strength the entire time, using core muscles. Like what a great sport on the side to work. That's
similar with gymnastics, similar with jiu-jitsu, tons of technique.
Oh yeah.
It's like being strong fucking helps for sure. It's a lie to say that you don't have to be strong.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the technique, it doesn't matter how strong you are.
Right. But I would just mean like if you were at home using your easy bake, you're not really helping jiu-jitsu.
Right.
But if you're rock climbing, it definitely helps. Some.
Is the easy bake the one with the light in it? Remember that thing?
Again, one of the reasons why I'll probably get cancer.
Eating out of one of those fucking things.
Dude, they were good.
Do you remember the ones where you used to make like the little rubber worms and shit?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like the creepy crawlers.
Yes, that was the name.
Is that
That's the name.
It's creepy crawlers, and it was like easy bake for boys.
It was so cool.
And you just made
some like
a
soda
rubber toys.
And, like a bun.
Dude. Yeah. Oh god, I remember. I had one of those fucking things too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Alex is too old.
No, it's
He remembers.
You and I are the same.
I probably
age.
bought one for my kid.
There you go.
You're 38.
34.
What?
Yeah, I'll be 35 in March.
Oh, I thought you were Wilson's age.
I'm Masters 1 still for like, was it 35? So 2 years?
36.
At 36.
Yeah, the
Okay,
years
you're
turned
36.
36. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
two more.
I mentioned Wilson.
My wife is 38.
Because you and Wilson are homies. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
How did you guys meet then?
High school. Yeah, he went to Highland as well.
But like, if you're 34, he would have been like on his way out as you were on your way in.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Okay.
much, yeah. But it also depends on friend groups, right? So even though he was out of high school, his friends who were still in high school, who were younger, were still friends with me. And when we would go out to a party or go out and hang out, I would see him.
Oh, right on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And kind of became friends there. Also, most of my friends were older and are older.
Yeah.
I don't really hang out with many people my age.
Yeah.
I just don't.
He was my very first wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never done wrestling before I met him. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
When I signed up, he was on the list as a wrestling coach, and
Yeah.
then I didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
Not doing it now.
Yeah.
I want to though. I want to roll with him. I know he'll fuck me up. I'm sure he's gonna watch this. He'll mess me up.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch.
I actually think you'll fuck him up because he's old and weak. I rolled with him today, and
I just want to hear what he has to say. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because he's been in it. And
Sure,
he's competed
yeah.
with so many people to be like, okay, hey, you're really good at this. You suck at this. Work this. I'm
well,
like, thank you.
Yeah.
Same reason he had to give you your fucking blue belt. It's like being a part of like, and this is like kind of similar, like for me, like with the rock climbing and jiu-jitsu, gymnastics for you. It's like these are sports where it requires a lot of body awareness and like there's a lot of technical aspects to that are you have to be strong, but you have to know how to apply your strength. That's all those stuff help being good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, yes, and yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Would you shut the
I'm
fuck
so
up?
sorry. I can't help it. I'm caffeinated.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that, dude, you'd be fine rolling with Aaron because, well, one, you're stronger than Aaron, but you also are like really like wise as far as like your body awareness. Like you're not gonna put yourself in real shitty spots.
He's gonna
Aaron
beat me, but he's not gonna highlight me.
No,
Right,
yeah, exactly.
right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because you'll roll with people all the time. Like, oh, you're a black belt. You're just gonna fuck me up. I'm like, dude, just let's roll. Like,
Well, there is a difference between a move and a way of moving.
yeah.
Big difference. And you'll do something on the mat, and I'll be like, "What the? Oh yeah, he's a professional athlete." Never mind.
When
You know what I mean?
he cartwheels over you.
Yeah, like fuck him.
Eddie loves it when I just roll backwards and take the back if it was north south. He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
oh,
He's like, "What the fuck?"
Who taught you that?
Nobody.
You just figured it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, completely. It's just like a back extension roll. It's
Right.
back
Yeah.
extension
It's
roll, but
one of
it's
my
easy because I can use
favorite
my feet
moves.
because I can hook on people. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, super easy.
And people are like really comfortable because they think they're way past your guard, and when they're north south, and you just like push their hips away, back roll. Now I'm on your back.
And what we've been learning, grabbing the sleeve or grabbing up by the elbow, pulling the arm across, like and taking the back is, we used to play a game in gymnastics. We called it Conquer the Bronco. So on pommel horse, you'd sit on top of it. Imagine a pommel horse, and then you have the pommels. You sit in the middle, and the other dude's on the middle. And be like, okay, ready, go. And we have strength contests. So basically, if you lose, like you got to do rope climb or something.
Oh, shit.
And so we'd race each other. We'd start on top, and
I feel like the rope climb isn't a punishment for him.
No,
He's
it's like-
probably just like
It's
He,
fun.
he does it with his feet.
I've done them upside down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
we know.
But we would sit there, and you have to go all the way around it without touching the ground or anything. So you have to use your legs and pull up and kind of use your body. And so to me, if I can pull someone down and try and take the back, I'm like, okay, conquer the Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny that like you're like relating all these like gymnastics games to like how to be better at jiu-jitsu essentially.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to do that for any sport or anything you do. You got to find correlations between them. Otherwise, it's a foreign language.
Yeah.
But like all of these all body sports, gymnastics, jiu-jitsu, rock climbing, it's like there's so many parallels because they're all body. It's like you kind of have to like figure out how to use your legs when you think you're only using your arms or whatever,
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of feel. Yeah. And in gymnastics, like let's say like we were talking about earlier, I was doing a single pommel, which you're swinging on one pommel, and then you do the Russian skill. If you're slightly off, you can kind of arch and adjust, but maybe I touch the leather, and then maybe I turn it into another move called a woo or anything like that. And so that's the flow state you guys talk about.
Yeah.
When you're going and you go to pull and their body moves, and you transition to this move. It's the same thing. There's been plenty of, like almost every competition where something goes wrong and you're able to adjust and the judges don't know. They have no clue that you made a mistake, and you get done and you just sell it. You just smile, act like it was the best thing you've ever done. And you walk up to the coach, and in my case, most of the time it was my dad or someone. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I just did. He's like, it's okay. It's only 1/10 less. Don't worry about it.
So,
like, cool.
So you're talking about the flow state, which is funny because like I remember talking to you the other, at this point it was a couple weeks ago, but you were talking about like kind of like thinking about like you come around and you're like you're spotting your like it's very cognizant of like what you're doing. Yeah, it's like very little like. I think there's a lot of flow, like especially when you're talking about jiu-jitsu too. It's like there's a lot of parallels, right? Where you're like, you kind of sometimes you get in that state where you kind of like you do something to somebody and they're like, "What the fuck did you just do to me?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Yeah, I just did it." But there are times where you're like you did something and you're like you're kind of thinking your way through it also. Yeah. But you're definitely thinking. But you've done it so many times that you're like you're thinking through it, but it's not like you have to stop and think your way through it.
Yeah. So for me, and I'm very new in jiu-jitsu, but if I'm doing stuff and I'm rolling and there's that moment where I have a plan, I'm trying to do a skill, but if I feel them off balance in it to an extent or something's off, I can transition to something else. Yeah. That's the flow. And in gymnastics, same thing. Yeah. I have a plan. I'm doing a single pommel Russian, but I leaned forward. I'm going to travel across a horse, and now I'm going to do my skill from this side instead of this side. No big deal. Yeah. That's fine.
So is that like, so in jiu-jitsu, that's like drills, right? Drills are what help you like recover from making a mistake like that. Are there similar things in gymnastics where I don't imagine you guys drill, but like, are you practicing techniques or what?
It's just numbers.
Yeah.
To be successful. Yeah. Tons of numbers. And just like you guys like, come to open mat, come to this stuff. The more numbers you do in rolling, you get better. It's the same thing in gymnastics. Mm-hmm. The more numbers you can do on a routine and something comes up and you're able to fix it, Was
there a specific number?
For me, we started to figure out, we put on Excel doc of exactly this many weeks out from this comp, and I'd have a training plan, and it would increase and they would decrease beforehand. I like to go lighter before, so then I'm fresh. And so we kind of had a game plan, and then I would notate on stuff after each turn, like, okay, that was good. Hit first half and put a star if there's something amazing at the top of the page. And I would look through. If I try to visualize stuff, I visualize myself like falling and shit.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Yeah, like it was not good. My visualization, I was like, which way do I twist? And like it wasn't good. So, and it would cause anxiety. So for me, I'd be able to look through my notebook and go, okay, I've hit X amount of sets. I hit at a 97% rate on pommel horse. I got 2 days of comp. I'm going to show them what I can do. There's no way I'm not. And I'd be fine.
That's a game.
Yeah. And so that's why starting to write stuff down towards the end of my career really, really helped me. And I try and tell people that. I'm like, hey, write it down. But it has to be something like, don't follow someone else's plan on how to write it down. Write down what makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Right.
If it makes sense to your game plan and you understand it and it works for you, do that and start building your own thing. So that way each year, like I was saying, we had certain weeks. Okay, next year we upped it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next year we up it. Oh shit. Well, I'm hurting. I can't do that many sets.
Right.
It's not going to work. We got to go back. And then we would go back and we found that sweet spot. And so I would go to meets sometimes and hadn't hit, like I was hitting routines, but say my percentage was down. I was like, no, I've done the numbers. I've done exactly the game plan for the last 4 years. I've made the national team every single year for 10 years. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
And that took away the nerves. That took away all that thought process that most people probably have before comps where they get like scared, they get the analysis paralysis of doing their jiu-jitsu and they freeze. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, I mean, I've done the numbers before I go. I'm like, I've done it.
Well, so speaking of numbers, how does it work for like a gymnast? I've done like snowboarding. I've been a skater kid where snowboarding. But when you're learning tricks though, you're like, it's like, all right, I want to learn a 540, right? Mm-hmm. All you do is practice the 540. Is gymnastics where like I want to learn how to do X and then you just practice that one thing, or is it a focus on the routine, or is it a combination of the two?
Comparing it to jiu-jitsu, it's the fundamental class. So it comes back to the fundamental. So if you're trying to learn a giant skill, let's say on floor, you're doing a round up back handspring, you're doing a double flip, you're laid out so you're completely stretched out and you do a double twist. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you keep going high in your back handspring, you're not reaching out. You're not driving your heels. Go back to the basic. Go back one skill. So if you can't do the double, let's go to a double lay. You're still messing that up. Okay, let's go to a layout with a good set. Once you master that, okay, now let's go back to double lay. Okay, that's good. Now let's incorporate one twist and spotting the ground. Okay, you're good at that.
Yeah.
Now let's go one twist and add the 1.5.
So you're just building incrementally.
Yep. And if you get lost and you get nervous or things aren't happening, you go back to the basic. You do the numbers until your mind feels right.
So are you practicing that individual like set of moves or like that progression, and then you add it into a routine? How does that work? Basically what I'm asking you is like, how does the routine building work?
So assuming that you're a higher level, like ish athlete, you kind of have, or any athlete really in gymnastics, you have your routine from last year. Mm-hmm. And so I like to stay in routine shape. I like to do, okay, well, if I do a first half my skills, and then I do a last half, the second half of the skills from last year, I can either do a routine and connect it or do a first half and a last half from last year.
Okay.
Now that assignment's done, let's work the new skills. Because I already have my base. I already made the national team from that. I'm already okay. But now I can work the upgrade. Let's add that extra Russian. Let's add that start value to make it better.
So you kind of pepper that stuff in.
And once you make it and you're making 7 out of 10, chuck it in a set. Put it in a half set. Oh, you made the half set. Okay, your endurance is hard though. So now we got to do more circles in between while doing that skill.
So you can build, so you can still have
you slowly start building
juice to
and
do it.
building,
Yeah.
and then you get to the comp and you're like, okay, now I got it.
So sometimes you have to like, all right, I'm going to do less in the front because I want to do more in the back or whatever.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. A lot of guys, and this is my secret sauce. So if there's any gymnasts and they watch this somehow,
there's only 12 people that listen to the show.
Oh, well, there might be more.
Yeah.
But basically what I did was to build endurance was in a pommel horse routine, you don't want to tire yourself out. So if you're doing one skill, you might do one circle, you're slightly off, 2, 3, and then you do the next skill. And then the next skill, you're setting it up. Those circles,
are you typically building?
Yeah, those circles in between are tiring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So most guys, when they get to the top, they might do a circle. I purposely did routines where I started with half sets, and then I did 3/4, then I did full sets. I would do 5 circles in between.
Wow.
So that's 5 times the amount of endurance I would need for a routine. So when you guys are in the jiu-jitsu world, if you guys are doing a 5-minute, 6-minute round, okay, I do 8, and then I do 10, and then I do 12.
So that when your actual routine,
so
is,
when my
like,
actual
easy.
routine is so easy,
Yeah.
you're not even thinking. You go fully on autopilot. I would like at the Olympics, I got done with my routine, and I literally was done, was pumped because I didn't separate my legs or anything. Like I knew it was a good-ish routine, but I remember I gave my dad a hug, and I was like, how was it? And he's like, it's the best routine you've ever done.
Wow.
But I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea because I was on autopilot.
You just locked in and went
complete
and did
autopilot, just zoop, and I was done. And I was
Well,
like,
it's amazing how preparation will help you get in that flow state.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
There's no other way. There's no other way. And every athlete's different, and so everyone's prep can be different. So you have to adjust. And for gymnastics, just like I was saying on events, there's body types. There's also recovery. Like there's some dudes like myself, I recover really quick. There's some guys who they can't. There's some guys who have to do routine after routine after routine. And if I did that, I'd be burnt out and I'd go to a comp and I would crash.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about overthinking. We talked about that. It's the same kind of thing. Yeah. So you kind of figure out who you are as an athlete as you're building up, and then once you get more to the senior level, then you kind of you know what you can do. Yeah. And you know how to get better. Yeah. But it's a game of chess. To make those teams, everyone's good. Those fuckers, those dudes are good. Yeah.
On the pommel horse, what's the hardest fucking move?
It's different for every athlete, but for me,
like if you're like judging, you're like, and someone does this, you're like, holy
if somebody
fuck.
goes, whoa, he did the fucking whatever.
For me, the most beautiful move that I think it's a busanari. And so you're swinging up in circles, and basically you go on one pommel and you go up to a handstand, you travel all the way across and you come back, and then you do a flare, and you have to put the pommel right in between, and you have to do flares out. That's a G level skill. Yeah. So
that's like a windmill, like breakdancing windmill, but with the pommels.
It's like a scissor sweep on steroids.
Wow.
Yeah. From a handstand over a pommel that.
So you're like handstand,
and you
dropping into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That always looks like, oh, I'm gonna blow my shoulder out.
Yeah. It's more like, do you want to have kids?
Yeah. If the answer is no, fucking do it.
You'll be
Send it.
But yeah, so the way skills work in gymnastics, and it's not the same in jiu-jitsu, but there's different levels. You start with A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
So these are levels.
And so a G level skill gives you 7/10 to your start value.
Wow.
Which is crazy high.
So a G level is gangster level.
Oh, it's super gangster.
Fucking gangster level.
So gangster. Yeah, if someone pulls out a G level skill, you're like, oh boy, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you
might
list?
have one G. Like the top dudes in the world maybe have one G level skill in their routine.
What are like
probably
the
don't have
top
anything
3
below.
G level skills?
It's hard.
Or just
It's
list
hard.
what are like what are some G level
So
skills?
on pommel horse, it would be a busanari. I think on floor, I think they upgraded a triple back is probably a G.
Fuck, dude.
So
one of my-
3 backflips in the air.
Before you land. Yeah. And there's some guys that do that piked. So instead of tucking, they're piked, which makes it harder.
Yeah.
There's a
Piked means extended.
Yeah, you're like this in a pike. Both
Almost
legs
like
are straight.
Almost like shrimp.
Yeah. You're shrimping. Yeah. And so one of my buddies, Danelle Wittenberg, he's still going. I haven't talked to him forever. I'm like, dude, how are you still going?
How old is he?
He's probably 31.
Wow.
32. And
Which is like ancient
is
gymnastics,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. And he was a big dude. Big dude. He's probably in gymnastics. Sorry, I say big dude. He's probably 160, 165 pounds, but in gymnastics, like that's huge.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of wear and tear. I'm shocked he's still able to go. And he's not just going, he's exceeding. He just won worlds.
Wow.
On rings. The first African-American, first black guy to ever win a gold on rings.
Wow.
Like,
Really?
yeah, ever.
I feel like they just rock at that shit.
Well, we kind of glazed over his bronze medal, but I believe on the pommels in 2016, his bronze medal was the first one the U.S. has won since like '84.
So it was 84, but that was a boycotted year. So Russia and them were not there.
Gotcha.
So in a
Who? I never heard of him.
So in a non-boycotted Olympics, I had the only Olympic medal ever for the U.S.
Yeah.
And now Steven.
Fucking Steven had to ruin it.
Steven
Motherfucker.
Nesverowski. He went to Dancing with Stars. He killed it.
Yeah.
But he's the only other guy with a pommel horse medal that wasn't in a boycotted year.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
No, yeah, it was. All I ever wanted after watching that, I was like, I want to be an Olympian.
It's weird how there's
just
so
wanna
much
go.
global politics in the Olympics, which is just like, let's just be athletes. Let's just be athletes. But
Can't do
there's
it.
just so much.
Can't do it.
It's so much in everything. It's not just.
I know,
sports, yeah.
but it's just like you
It shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be, right? Because
Yeah.
the Olympics is just like, let's just have the top fucking gangster ass athletes of every country in the world fucking compete against each other.
Well, we do, but there's always like some. I hate to use the word corruption, but there's people that are trying to get their piece too.
But
right?
I don't even mean like the Olympic politics. I mean global politics.
global politics.
Like
that's always going to happen.
Like in the 40s, right? There's
Yeah.
like, World War II and all that kind of shit happening, Nazis and shit. Right? Like, but like that's
Well, look at
always
Russia.
happening.
Russia right now, they can't even compete at the Olympics for gymnastics.
Well, they can, but they can't be under the
They can't
Russian
be under
flag.
Russian flag. Yeah.
Was that the
You saw
doping
that.
thing?
Yeah. I knew those dudes were doping. I hope they watch this. I knew you guys were doping. Like, there's no way we would go to a world championships and I'd watch these guys' training videos and they're doing crazy, let's call it an F level skill, a G level skill. They're doing a Zarian to Maltese. They're doing pull butterfly to invert. So you pull yourself upside down to an inverted cross. They're doing crazy stuff. And then we get to worlds, the acne's gone. They're going to a swing planche, which is like a D level skill, falling out of it. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Not just that, but like, who's your doctor? Like, what drugs are you taking that aren't being tested? Because I know they're getting tested and they're testing clean.
Did you see Icarus?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the documentary.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
the one
that
that's
was
like that
Talks about the doctor
blew up the
It
Russia
had the
thing.
pee hole, the little hole they saw.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. And the shitty thing is, I don't blame any of those athletes at all, not even slightly, because I had a coach. I don't want to exactly say his name. People could look it up, but he was from Ukraine.
What does it rhyme with?
Rustam? No, his name's Rustam Sharapov. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything. They drug tested them. He didn't do anything wrong. But, what he told me was they would go to training camps and stuff. And like they'd have a little Dixie cup when you walk in and you would just take the pills. No idea what you're
so
taking.
as an athlete, you're just like,
he was there
I'm
as
just-
an athlete.
Yes. No, he's an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. From, I think, 90 something, 92, Atlanta, 96. I don't remember. But he's an Olympic gold medalist from the Soviet Union. And like they were the best ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And from what they told
Fuck
me,
it, just all do drugs.
They literally, they had a little Dixie cup and they would just take the pills. And he's like, luckily for us, there was nothing in it that they know of. I mean, he got drug tested. He was fine.
Yeah.
But like they very easily could do that. So when guys from other countries test positive on stuff, I'm like, I don't blame you guys at all.
Yeah.
Like I 100%.
Because they're just told what to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And so like they have to do it. You don't do it, cool. You're off the team. See you later.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's like the other countries are crazy. Not just that, but I know plenty of female athletes who literally they don't even know their actual like birth date, or some of them that do, they're like, which birth date are you talking about?
Whoa.
Because they have a different birth certificate because the government changed their age so they could be younger, because in females, smaller, powerful,
Yeah.
they're going to get Olympic medals before they hit puberty.
So what is the age for Olymp?
It changes, but for the most part, like the youngest girl's probably around 16.
What's the rules right now?
I don't know, but I think it's something around 15 and their birthday's a certain month.
Oh,
or
I
something
gotcha.
like
yeah,
that.
like the year you turned 16
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it has to do something like that. But like on the men's side, we don't have to worry. There's no 15-year-olds hitting puberty.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's no, and like in men's, it's like if your age is like 20 to 25, that's your peak.
Yeah.
Like that's when you're getting man strength. That's when
Yeah.
you're getting strong. That's
So
when you can
and
be
so,
good.
so basically, what it comes down to is like girls peak more in their teens, men peak more in their 20s. So you don't even hit the threshold.
Exactly, but honestly, the women on the U.S. they're proving everyone wrong. Most of those girls are like 18 to 22, 23,
And they're fucking killing it.
oh, destroying it. Yeah, they completely have changed the game.
Because your wife was not an Olympian, or was she Olympian?
Not an Olympian, but she's a 2-time world champion. So,
Okay,
Wow.
But she's gangster.
Yeah. So she was in. Let me think what year that was. She was trying for Athens. Yeah. So in 2003, she was a world champion on uneven bars, and the team got gold. And that was the first gold that the women got. And since then, it's just been slamming everybody.
Yeah.
Is she still trained?
No, she coaches with me, but no. In college, she did amazing. She was so good that literally she got recruited to the University of Oklahoma for a previous coach who literally was like, we just want your name. We don't even care if you do gymnastics. So like she took years off. She came back. She couldn't even do like the basic skills.
Yeah.
And the new coach, KJ, was there, and she was like, you got to do a lot more than this.
Yeah.
And thankfully so, because it brought back her love for the sport.
Yeah.
She finally was like, okay, awesome.
Like
And-
it lit the fire
yeah,
again.
yeah,
It lit the
and
fire.
she, multiple All-Americans, and I think she got second at NCAA championships a few times on uneven bars and some other stuff. She even thought about going back to elite. And so,
What does that mean, going back to elite?
so like in college, you're not elite. You're competing.
You're
in
all
college.
right.
You're
just all right. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're a D1 athlete, you're okay. To go elite, it's a different game.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to do 2-a-days. You got to do in college. You start out of a 10, and in elite, it's open ended. So imagine you have 10 skills, and like I was saying, A through whatever G,
Yeah.
H, whatever they are now. If you have all your requirements, it used to be out of a 12. I'm just going to say it's out of a 10 now. A 10, and then you got 10 skills that are A is 1/10, B is 2/10. So you got a 10-1. Now you have a 10-3. Now you have a 10-5. That's your start value.
Is that the way you think about it when you're building skills,
Yeah.
like how they rank?
Oh, yeah. Every single guy or girl could do a harder routine than they're doing, but to do it clean enough to score the highest is the mental game. That's
Yeah.
the chess aspect.
Right, because if you fall, you're fucked.
Yeah, so you guys could all probably do fucking crazy highlight reel stuff on people, but you know who you're going against, and they're really good at this. You're not going to pull that out.
Fuck no. Yeah.
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 And so
I don't have anything
So
highlight.
so to make
I do.
to make like a team, you gotta be consistent. You gotta show consistency. You gotta show you have start value. You gotta do all that stuff. And then when it becomes after the team aspect and it's individual, that's why all those people have a higher start value.
Yeah.
Now it's not about my buddy next to me and I'm gonna ruin the medal chances for Team USA and our country. Now it's just me. So I don't care if I do a hard set and I fall.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go for broke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this and I'm gonna see what happens.
Let me ask you about a couple things. So making
You get one.
Two. So making the Olympic team, we'll start with this. What is it that brings the team together? Because it sounds like you guys train a lot of individually and then come together to go to the Olympics. Mm-hmm. But how do you truly become a team? And here's where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. When I watch the women do the floor routine, mm-hmm. like all of their teammates are fucking mimicking the shit that they're doing. Yeah. Like they're all into it.
Yeah.
How do you build that camaraderie in such a short period of time?
It feels like a short period, but as I was saying, like I've known Jake since I was 8.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
I've grown up with this guy my whole life. I was in his wedding. He was in my wedding. We went to college together. Yeah. So even though it seems like you train in different states, like we're communicating and helping each other all the time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we are together.
The community, I assume, is pretty small, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's definitely in the gymnastics world, like everyone kind of knows everybody.
Yeah.
And you kind of know who your coaches are and you know what they've done.
I was going to say, it's probably pretty jiu-jitsu where it's like in our world, we think there's there's like hundreds of people, but if you're talking about football, it's like that's millions of people.
Yeah. But I mean, and like you said, being on the first page, there might be 20 people that are like legit, right? So you're all, that makes sense. Yeah. So the second thing I was going to ask you is about your mental preparation. Did you work with like a psychologist? Did you work with like how did you build that mental toughness?
I was supposed to. Some of the guys did.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get flack for this. I don't really believe in that.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe some people do need it. Myself, I didn't need it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a famous jiu-jitsu coach, John Danaher. Mm-hmm. He doesn't believe in it either.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of her.
Yeah. So no, keep going. But yeah. So.
Yeah. I didn't struggle with the anxiety at competitions. Like I did at a low level, like my first nationals, and I was on the last page. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah.
And so you get mad enough and you train hard enough. And so for me,
but use it as motivation.
That's what I did. Yeah. And there's other guys that they would overthink and they would overtrain and they would overdo stuff. And so I think that the notating that I did, and that's why when I first came in, I was like, I want to write this stuff down. Yeah. And I still do at home.
Yeah.
But it helps me because I could look at that and I would have full confidence. I know my hit percentage. For you guys, you could be like, oh, I know that I do this move. I know on a single leg, I'm going to hit it 60% of the time.
Yeah.
I know that if I'm pulling guard or doing a deli heave, I'm going to sweep him 90%. I'm going to hit that.
Yeah.
And then you could maybe look up what their strengths are and go, okay, he sucks at this, or
he thinks we fucking have spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
I do.
He doesn't. He fucking can't. No, he doesn't.
I do.
You could have mental spreadsheets though. You don't have to write it down.
Yeah. He has spreadsheets of when he has a good BM. That's about it.
Twice a day. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So
you tried doing that at 50, bitch.
It's more so a strength of me figuring out like what works for me, and over years finding that out. And I hope that in jiu-jitsu I can figure that out too. I think that I am. And so slowly I'll be like, okay, this move works. I'm going against this guy. I know what to do. And I think that people who do struggle with that, if they need to talk to someone, they should.
Yeah.
They absolutely should. There's a guy, Sam McCulloch. He swears by it. He talked to people, and he won like 5 or 6 national titles.
Wow.
At the senior level. He was the top dog.
Yeah.
It worked for him.
Yeah.
It was fine. But for me, if I started talking about it, it was in my head. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It made it way worse.
That's so funny.
Then I'm in my head and I'm like, oh, am I good? Can I do this? I was like, no. I don't even to this day, I don't like to know when comps are exactly. Yeah. I don't want anything. If they're going to show me, I would like to see the layout of it. And it happens to be they do the same layout every time.
Yeah.
And so then I could visualize myself there. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk through these doors. I'm going to check in. I'm going to do this. And, and I'll be ready. And then I go first round. And all of the rest is like, you got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
You might submit someone. Maybe this guy submits someone quick. You got to go with the flow. You got to figure it out.
Or you end up in the bullpen for an hour.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
And there's going to be experience though. That's not something I've had to deal with. That's something that you guys have had to deal with. And so when that happens, you're fine.
Yeah.
And you've done that. So that might be something that I incorporate in my training. If I go to a high level meet, a Worlds or a Pan Ams or something, I go, okay, Alex, you're going to come here and I'm going to have you not do anything for 45 minutes. no stretch, no anything, totally outside. I want you to come in and you can do a 12-minute round with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. You don't know anything about the guy. You don't know jack diddly. Yeah. Like those are the kind of things when you put yourself in those scenarios, eventually you go to a comp and there's nothing that gets in the way because like you're bulletproof.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of open mats.
Yeah,
that really is, because you just walk in there, you don't know who's going to show up.
Well, I think it's the beauty of like your experience. Like, so you don't think that like a lot of your gymnastics experience necessarily translates perfectly to jiu-jitsu. And I mean, it's an analog and nothing is perfect, right? As far as translation goes. But like when I remember being a white belt and Paul would be like, all right, I don't have to worry about you mentally. Cause like as a coach, you're not only worried about your students, like how they're going to perform, how they're technical, all this stuff, but you have to like also think about like, is this like, if you're talking about pans, worlds, nationals, whatever, you're like, all right, how are you feeling? Are you like really fucking nervous? Or you're like, oh my God, I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking do this. But it's like, you've been on the biggest stage of gymnastics
in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like when you go to like BJJL, you're like, dude, I've seen so much more.
He could probably answer that question.
I've had so much more pressure than this. This is like nothing.
So a mutual friend, I got to tell this story. I'm sorry. It's your story, so you should tell it. You tell it.
No.
So we're,
if it's what I'm thinking, otherwise I'll say my side.
We're talking about competition, right? And he's like, he's riding with our mutual friend, Abe.
Oh, Abe. Yeah, this is the story. Yeah,
okay.
I love Abe.
So he's riding.
I saw him today and he was
great
just
dude.
like,
Abe, I hope you're listening. Love
brother,
you.
I fucking love you, Abe. So Abe is riding with Alex and they're on the way to the tournament and Abe's just fired up. You know how he gets. He's fucking fired up.
He's like fidgeting with his fingers and stuff.
But he doesn't have like the competition experience. 100%. Like not even jiu-jitsu, just like competition period.
Correct. So Abe is like, I fucking need this one, brother. Fucking need this one.
Brother.
And Alex is like, so I'm here for you because ISO don't.
Yeah, I told Alex we were lining up. I was like, hey man, just so you know, if someone rocks me and they get something, like I'm just gonna tap. Yeah. I really don't need this.
Yeah.
Like I want to watch Abe.
Lay down his life.
I want to see him win. Like I don't get to watch him. And I was like, man, I really want to.
Yeah.
I was like, totally honest, dude, I don't really need this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it comes down to like,
I still went out and won. And it was fun, but like that, if you can be in that mindset where like you're motivated, obviously I'm motivated. I want to win.
Of course,
I want to fuck these guys.
Of course,
up. I want to win, but like if I don't, it's not gonna mean
you're not gonna go kill yourself. You're fine.
Like, I need this. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, you're gonna get it.
There's gotta be a little thing in the back of your mind, because it is for me. Like in the back of your mind, like that guy at a white belt can always say that he beat a 2-time Olympian. If he beats you, you know what I mean?
Different sport.
Way different sport. Yeah.
Different sport. But
that's fine.
So I survived a round, and I'm very proud of this. I survived a round for a guy that played for, I want to say Purdue, and he fucking played in the Rose Bowl or something like that. Like it maybe a bit like Ohio State. So no one told me. I went to an open mat. This guy's a white belt, fucking big motherfucker, big mohawk.
Yeah.
Black.
And he mauled me. Fucking mauled. I think it was a purple belt. Uh-huh. This guy was so fucking strong. And then somebody's like, oh yeah, man, he played in the Rose Bowl. I was like, you motherfuckers didn't tell me.
Yeah.
I have no friends in this room.
Well, it was it's like that quote. It's like the hardest thing you've ever done is the hardest thing you've ever done.
That's right. Yeah. Your hardest day is your hardest day.
Yeah. Like, so it's like for like an Olympian, you're like, all right, yeah. I mean, this AZBJJL thing, there's no pressure here.
Right.
But also I do feel pressure. So like,
we all
different.
do. No,
well,
we all do.
So, and he shared it with me. Alex was saying like, I felt like this, not the pressure, but the rush.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's the adrenaline, and that's a fun thing. I was almost, and I've never shared this, but like I was almost let down at the Olympics because I hyped it up so much in my brain. They got the music going, the same thing, the Olympic rings, all of that. I expected it to be this giant explosion of the Olympics.
And you're on the podium.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh man, this is going to be crazy. I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
I went in, it was like
just another gymnastics tournament.
Yep. Just like a world championships, but they had the rings. Yeah. And I was like,
well, I was going to say so the parallel that I was trying to make is like, Paul always talked about like, oh, I don't have to worry about you. remember I used to like when I like more white, blue, maybe purple a little bit. Like I would send you like my rock climbing shit, and it would just like make you shit yourself.
I would fucking get so much anxiety watching this motherfucker on rocks.
Yeah, like because
we weren't even that close then.
I like outdoor stuff, so it's like I'm on like these big fucking mountains, like like 1,000 feet of just like slightly overhung, where like you fall, you could die,
bro. I'm getting anxiety.
It is safe. Like
it is not.
I
safe.
never thought of it, but for me, it was like going to a jiu-jitsu tournament. I was like, bro, this is like.
I felt nervous. I was excited.
Yeah.
It was the adrenaline. It was the nervousness. It's the same thing in gymnastics, but it's the competitive side, and I felt at home.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that in so long.
Yeah.
But with like rock climbing, it's the same thing. Cool. It's the same thing where it's like, but it's like not judging. It's just like if you fall, you're like.
That's different.
I could, my brain thinks like if you fall, you die.
Yeah.
Right. So like going to a jiu-jitsu tournament, it's like if I fail, I
take a nap.
I don't get a medal.
You know what we're missing, man?
You know what I mean? But it, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, but like, so you've done like, okay, I'm not getting, if I fail, I don't get my fucking like Olympic medal. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's just not that big of a deal anymore. But you still want to win, but it's just like it helps take the pressure off where you're like, I've done bigger than this.
Yeah. Like I was saying, my biggest thing was like I wanted to be an Olympian. Ever since I watched Beijing, I want to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
And in 2012, when I made alternate, like people would love to be there. If you guys went to a Worlds and you got silver, you probably fucking mad. I was mad. I was mad that I wasn't out there. I can't consider
Nobody
myself
wants
an
to
Olympian.
take second place or third place.
I can't get the Olympic rings tattooed. I'm not an Olympian yet.
Yeah.
And so I got to wait 4 more years. Wow. I got to train.
Do you have the rings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, look at those sweet babies right there. Oh, I like that it's the negative
Silhouetted.
space. Yeah. Negative space, baby.
Yeah. And so
I can't get that.
Yeah. So
I mean, I could, but I'd be a fucking poser.
people would laugh.
Not if they're on your balls.
Wait, I'd be like, hey,
True.
I beat him. I beat him.
Not if the rings. Not if the rings are on your balls.
I barely beat him. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, he's a fucking nightmare.
A gorilla.
One day.
Yeah.
One day I'll get there.
You shouldn't.
I will.
So I will tell you this. I will tell you
Just
this. Tojo is like really cool, like on the mats. He's like really cool, like very encouraging. He really is really encouraging. When we're alone, he's like, that fucking guy, whatever, you know. So one of the biggest compliments Tojo can give a person, right, a new guy, and he gave this to you. He says,
"Thanks, Tojo."
When he starts learning technique, you guys are fucked.
Yeah.
That's literally what he said.
I got
he goes,
2 more
Oh,
years.
you're fucked.
I got like a year and a half left at blue belt. I think when I'm purple belt, I think then I'm gonna have
Well, there's
a lot
so
of
like
fun.
the context of that is like as a smaller person, like I'm on like the bottom half of like the size scale, and like you're like right in the middle, right? Like you're
182.
181. Yeah, you're like the middleweight, right? Light, middle heavy.
Just like me, but not as good looking.
True.
Way better.
Less
Way
gray.
better.
I'll get
First
there.
one, no. Way better.
My
Way
master's
better
too, I'll
looking.
be there.
But like for me, it's like I have to deal with like the strength differential a lot. Like so, I was talking to Sierra about this actually today about like, dude, there's just like some guys you roll with.
Please.
Oh no, yes,
Yeah.
fuck it up, dude.
Yeah.
Or if you want EH sailors, fuck it up.
All good.
But anyways, but so like you roll with people and you're like, all right, he beat me because he's strong. Like when Aaron beats me, it's only because he's stronger than me.
No.
He's not that good. Aaron Wilson actually kind of sucks at jiu-jitsu, but
Steven, please clip this.
But he does a lot of steroids.
Make sure Aaron gets this.
He does steroids.
He does no steroids. I found out.
Aaron
because
is
of his health.
No. Let's talk about it. Let's just say that Aaron does a lot of steroids.
I love him so much.
I do too, but I love talking shit too.
Yeah.
So
Bring it. Yeah. He's cool with it, I'm sure.
He's a great guy.
but you know what I mean. It's just like
steroids aside, great guy.
you know when a guy can like
great idea.
when you roll with him and he's like muscling you around, but you're like I'm better technically, so it's like I'm not super in danger because he's like he's good, but he's strong. That's what he's using as his crutch. When you have a guy, I'm not talking about Aaron. I'm talking about Alex. I'm talking about Alex right now. You fucking bitch.
Aaron's gonna roll with you. All right, motherfucker.
So you know, like Aaron Wilson, how he's like he's not good, but he's like strong.
I don't know, but I will know soon.
Oh my god.
But that's what I'm kind of getting at. It's like you can feel where a guy is like when I say strong, I don't really mean strong. I mean like he's like athletic. Like he knows where his body is. He knows how to
body
move.
awareness.
Yeah, the body awareness thing that you only get from like someone who knows. Like there's only a handful of sports. If you're a football player, basketball player, baseball player, I don't give a fuck that you were like an NFL player. I'm like, okay, you're just a gorilla, but you have no idea where your body is. Mm-hmm. If a gymnast comes in, a world-class rock climber like Kyle Boehm, was at one point a really good rock climber.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
Or like, just like those kind of sports where it's like you have to use your entire body and you know where your body is in space. Mm-hmm. It's like those guys are just like a couple of techniques away from being like really fucking dangerous.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In the jiu-jitsu world, I mean, my buddy, like Jake, he does it, but he doesn't compete. He told me, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. I know you want to.
I get it. I don't.
Yeah. He needs to compete.
It's like practicing for soccer, but never playing.
He went to the 2 Olympic Games. Like, he needs to compete. Jake, I hope you watch us compete.
Yeah, Jake.
Hey, what do you think about D?
He's good. I think he's good.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just teasing about how like D doesn't compete.
I know, but like being that I've known Jake since I was 8, I know his competitive side.
Yeah.
He needs to do it. I think he would love it.
For me, like I think everybody should compete because like it's just like the even if it's like it's not about the winning part. It's like that pressure that it puts on you, and you're like nothing makes you get better than like when you that like you don't know, but like when you think that like you can't lose.
That's such a great feeling.
But also just as a human, like I think like for myself, one of the things I do every single day is I do something I'm uncomfortable with.
Sure.
Every single day.
Yeah, I mean even in like the natural world.
I know he's uncomfortable. He doesn't want to compete, but like he's strong. He's athletic. He's a brown belt. He's been doing it for long enough. I think he should go out and I think he should compete. And I think he would.
Does he do jiu-jitsu or no?
Yeah, he's brown belt. Yeah, he started before me.
Yeah.
And he's a 2-time Olympic. So what I was getting at is I'm like, okay, so
where does he train?
I don't know. I showed a picture one time, but
he's
in Reno.
He's
in Reno, Nevada.
Reno.
Yeah. And so what I want
to train at casino?
Maybe. So what I want to find out is like
bring his ass here.
Oh yeah, I want to roll with him.
That a boy.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That would stop the room.
Oh, it'd be really fun. Yeah, we'd be doing some flips.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just actually popped his knee, so he's coming back from that. But yeah, he'll be all right. He tore his patella before in gymnastics, and he was fine. Made 2 Olympic teams after. So
his patella tendon?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's so hard.
It's not fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want him to. I really, really want him to compete. I think that he will, and if he doesn't, next time I see him, I'll roll with him. I'll see what he's about.
There's just no truer test, like in jiu-jitsu, especially like when you go to an open mat and you roll with someone who's like maybe you're equal, and you're like whatever. It's like nobody's really like we're playing. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying. We're just having fun, right? Like so, like I told you how like Nick Nelson is like the closest like equal I have like of the people I train with like the most often. He's like he's obviously younger than me. He's just out of Masters 1, right?
Yeah.
Jumping into Masters 2. I'm almost Masters 3. Next year I'll be Masters 3. I love fucking rolling with Nick.
Yeah.
Right. But like you don't get the fucking like sauce until you roll with somebody tournament style. Because they're not fucking like I'm not holding back. Yeah. I don't care if we're buddies. We're fucking going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win.
Well, that's how
so
we
much
were,
fun.
That's how we were when we competed in gymnastics.
Yeah.
Best buddies outside. But when it came to it, I remember in 2000 and let me think what year it was. I think it was 2013. Yeah. So, it was 13 because I was pissed. He got to compete at the Olympics. I didn't. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to win this thing in the all around. And I went and there's 2 days of competition. Day 1, I think I was either 3rd or 4th. Jake was I think he was in 2nd. And at the time, first place was $20,000. Second place was $10,000. Third place, you got Jack Diddley shit. And so I remember we did our first round, and I was like, okay. Like day 1 was done. I was probably 3rd or 4th. Jake was 2nd. Sam was 1st. And I was like, okay, well, I do better day 2 because I've trained endurance wise. My endurance is really good. Most guys don't do as much strength as me. And so day 2, their scores are lower. They're tired. They had 1 day off and they got to compete again. I do better. So I knew day 2 I'd be better. But I remember we were going and we're getting through the meet and I started on parallel bars. And in Olympic order, it would be parallel bars, then high bar, then floor, pommels, rings, vault.
Real quick. Parallel bars, obviously.
Parallel.
They're like next to each other, where they're just like
Okay.
And then high bar is a single rail.
It's just one bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So uneven bars is like similar more to the high bar.
For girls.
for women.
Yeah. But the parallel bars is basically like a dip bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so I remember I went on parallel bars and I went and like it was pretty good. And like my score came up and it was probably like 2 or 3 tenths higher, maybe like 4 or 5 tenths. I don't remember, but it was higher.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I went to high bar, one of my lower scoring events, and I went and like.
Are parallel bars really similar to pommel?
No, because you don't do circles, you swing. So instead of going around, you're going up and down.
All right, because the pommel in the way or the
Pommel goes around in a circle, and parallel bars is up and down.
is the horse the big thing, and then the pommels are the handles.
Yeah. Yep.
Look how fucking smart I am.
Nailed it.
You're not that smart.
And and so I remember I got done with high bar, and I remember looking at the scoreboard, and I was like, "Oh, they're fucked," because I got my least favorite events done.
Yeah.
And I'm up, and so I was like, "Okay, here comes floor." Killed floor. Went to pommel horse, destroyed pommel horse. Went to rings, killed that. Went to vault, killed that. And then it was parallel bars, and not parallel bars. I'm at parallel bars, and rings is over there. I remember Jake was over on rings, and he had to compete still. And I went on parallel bars. I went on vault. Nailed. I had to have started on high bar because I said parallel bars last because I went on parallel bars, my weakest event, and I went double pike, stuck it, and my score came up and it was 3 or 4 tenths higher. And I was like, I looked at the score, looked at the little iPads. I knew he could not score that score. And I remember just staring at him, and he looked over, and I just gave him like a little wave, and he was like, "Motherfucker!" And he tried, man. He tried. It was a great set, and then he took a big.
So
step.
there's always like that like fun rivalry.
Yeah. We're best buddies, you know. And
Do you have that internationally?
Yeah. I
Okay.
still got buddies who compete. Eleftherios Petronius from Greece still competes. He's an Olympic and world champ. We're still buddies. We'll message each other and help each other even. So you get friendships all over the world.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I remember I finished that, and then I remember he landed, and I got the 10 grand. He didn't get anything. And
Nice.
It was one of the few wins I got with him. He bested me most times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you need is that one, though.
It felt good.
What was the discipline? The rings, the high bar, parallel, all pommel. I'm sorry, was it pommel?
Yeah.
Pommel.
You fucking idiot.
So all of the disciplines in floor. Which one was the hardest for you to master?
High bar.
High bar.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I'm good on rings, my shoulders are bigger and they're tighter tendons. And on high bar, one of the element requirements was a jamming skill. So imagine you're going around the bar where you have to come in with your feet between your hands and jam out and dislocate your shoulders from behind.
Yeah.
And do a half turn or a full turn. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried it for years and I couldn't get the skill.
Is that too long of a torso, too short of arms?
Just too tight of shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was good on rings.
Yeah.
So I keep hitting this.
That's okay.
Because I was good on rings. And so therefore my shoulders were too tight. I couldn't get it. So I had to count a B level skill, which is an L grip. So you're like this and you're doing a giant around. It's a B level skill. Those guys would have an E or an F. So you got C, D, E.
So you
F.
were like okay at that.
4 to 5 tenths. Yeah. I was top 10 in the US usually, but not top 3, not a score that would count. I knew I wasn't counting on parallel bar and high bar. I did a good enough routine to where I'd be up there. And
you just can't fuck it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I made my other events stronger to where it would make up the difference.
Yeah.
It's so weird that like you guys have to like do everything. Like I feel like in my mind, it's like you're the pommel horse guy. You do that's it then. That's all you fucking do for the Olympics, pommel horse. And if you're the floor guy, all you do is fucking floor, or all you do is rings, all you do is parallel or whatever. It's just that's what it seems like it should be.
If they had enough people, it would be like that.
Yeah.
If they had enough people and the team was like 12,
Are there not?
12, no, if there was like 12 guys on an Olympic team, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. But it's 3 scores count, 3 guys up on every event. So they
I feel like they should just treat every event like it's its own event.
They do, but not for the team score.
Right.
So if you're making an Olympic team, our goal as USA is like we're going to get a team medal. So to make it really quick, there's an Olympics, and then there's an individual worlds, team worlds, Olympics. And so after an Olympics, individual worlds, and that is what you said. Yeah. That's 100% the top guys. They pick the team based on individual medals on each event. You can go to a worlds and you can do well.
Because that's what I want to see. I want to see the best fucking pommelers guy, or the best parallel guy, or the best floor guy.
Yeah.
I want to see what the fuck that guy could do.
Yeah, and so a lot of us regard world medals higher than Olympic even, because an individual worlds has more competitors.
Yeah.
The next year, say 2014 team worlds. Okay, we got to get top. Let's call it.
But to the average person, they're like, oh, you didn't do the Olympics though.
Yeah. Yep. Olympics has that prestige.
Of course. Yeah.
But all of us in the sport know, like, yeah, you have a world medal. That's very high. So the next year would be, say, top 18. Our country makes that. Awesome. The next year after that, okay, it's top 12.
Yeah.
And then after that is the Olympics. So there's some guys who make a world team that qualify the United States of America to the Olympic Games.
Wow.
And they don't make the Olympic team.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Holy
Probably most of them. Yeah. So they would qualify the U.S. to the Olympic Games, top 12. And like, sorry, dude.
Wait,
you don't
do countries have, the country has to qualify?
The country has to qualify, and so if your country doesn't, then you have to get top 3 on an event. At the time when I was competing, you had to be, and I believe it's the same now, but you have to get a world medal the year before. Now you get to go as an individual if your country didn't qualify.
So there's countries that don't qualify, period?
Don't qualify, period, and let's say the top dude doesn't have a good day. And so that guy is the best in the world, and he won't have a chance to compete at the Olympics. And that's why we consider
he's just in the wrong country.
That's why we consider sometimes worlds to be even a higher honor if you have an individual world medal.
Yeah,
is because that's everybody.
Yeah.
Because like the way you describe it, it's like, all right, if you're an all around, it's like jack of all trades, master of none. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'd rather see the fucking master of each trade than see a guy who has to like, all right, you have to be good enough at these other ones, but then you're really a pommelers guy, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. Yeah, I was good on a few events. Pommel horse, obviously, very good. And then like people don't know, but like on rings, like I ended up, there's 2 guys that went out because of injury and stuff, and so I was 9th. So top 8 make final. I was 1 spot away at the Olympics. So I was top 9 on the planet on rings. No one knows about that.
Yeah,
it's funny because like, oh, you're only top 10 in the world.
Yeah,
fucking you suck.
Yeah, yeah. No one knows.
Let me ask you a question: Are there people? I'm sure there are, but can you think of people that were just fucking world beaters, man, that just squandered the opportunity?
Oh, yeah. No, there's tons. Even at the junior level, there's guys that used to kick my ass. There's guys that were so good, and then all of a sudden it became, okay, now it's level 10 and we're going to college, and all of a sudden it became, do I want a college and do I want a party? Or do I want to focus on an event? It became, I could get hurt on this skill, and the fear sets in, and they're not willing to risk it. And these guys are. Yeah. And so you kind of pick your battles. But no, there's tons of guys who at the junior level used to kick my ass. And then we went to college after I started really trying, kind of. And it was like, no, there's nothing in my way. I was not worried about injuries. I've seen people I've seen people be paralyzed. I've seen it all. And for me, I was like, no, this is all I want. I don't care. If I go for a skill, I'm going to go for the skill. And it's the same thing I tell my athletes now. If we're going to go for it and it's a new skill, you're going no matter what. Especially if I'm spotting, because I can't tell. I can tell to an extent, but I'm there to spot you. And if you say you're going and then you balk, 90% of the time, you're going to land on your head. Because I'm going to spot you, like the odds are. But 99% of the time, even if you fuck up and you mess up, if you go for it, you're missing your head, you're landing short, you have a hurt ankle. That's it.
Yeah.
And so I tell my girls I coach, I tell every athlete, I'm like, hey, if even my kids, I'm like, hey, so you're going, right? No matter what. Like, yes. I'm like, okay. If you balk
full send.
Yeah. If you balk in the middle, you go. You realize it and you go. Yeah. Because otherwise you can get seriously injured for the rest of your life. Yeah. Your life can be completely changed.
It's one of those, like, if you don't commit, you're going to get hurt. If you commit, maybe you get a little hurt,
but
not as bad.
Not as bad at all.
Yeah.
And so majority of the injuries in gymnastics come from people who they balk.
Yeah.
That's funny because it's so similar.
Horrible,
it's so similar to rock climbing where there's a lot of like really dangerous things where you do like high balls where you're like not roped in, there's no protection. It's like the difference is like you're willing to full send or you're going to hesitate. If you hesitate, you fucking get hurt.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work at all. So that's why it's like, okay, if I'm going to go for something, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And that's
full send.
Yeah. In aspects of all of my life. Like if I'm going to try something like, hey, you're going to try this skill. Okay. I'm going to try it.
I've always loved gymnastics because of that, because it's like, there's so little room for error, but like a lot of it I feel like is, are you willing to commit to trying a move? Because if you hesitate, you're going to get hurt. But if you don't, you'll either hit it and you'll fucking be like, fuck yeah, or you'll be okay. Yeah. You'll miss it, but you won't get hurt.
Yeah.
But like if you hesitate, that's when you get hurt.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's and that's the scary part. That's every sport has injuries, people can get hurt doing anything.
Yeah.
But the number one thing I always say is that if you're going to go for it, I need you to go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
full send.
As a coach who's spotting something and I got an athlete doing a double back with a full twist, a double twist, whatever, even just a double back. How
often do kids get hurt?
If you balk in the air, like, I got to try and catch you. And that's how, I don't know if you guys know, but I have a torn bicep.
Yeah,
I tore my long head, my rotator, my labrum all at once. One of my athletes was just going.
I don't have a long head.
She was going crooked. I reached out and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And like, I don't mind it at all because what I tell my girls is like, listen, I need you to go for it 100%. If you're going to go for it, I am too. If you're worried about getting hurt, I will get hurt with you.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
Yeah.
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 Like I'm committed to this. So if you're going and you balk, I'm still going to be there, but there's a chance.
There's just something about a coach. There's just something about a coach that pushes you like that, dude. That's just like, that's awesome. That's good.
Nice. What's the most common injury in gymnastics?
I mean, a sprained ankle, but that's not really an injury. I would say
like most common catastrophic injury.
Men's and women's, I would say torn Achilles, 100%.
Really?
100%.
What do you think the cause of that is?
Oh, I know the cause. So
weak Achilles,
being a bitch.
The skill that they do, it's called an Arabian. So imagine if you do a round off back handspring. Most people know a back handspring. When they punch, they turn and they'll do like a double front, or they'll do a double front half out or a full out, whatever it is. But they're punching and they're turning.
When you say punching, what does that mean?
So you push off your hands and your feet hit the ground. That's the punch off the ground.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? And you're punching and then you're turning. So if I'm turning left, that means this Achilles is getting all
the force.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you're turned to the right, this one's getting it.
Yeah.
And so time over time of being sore and training on it, that tendon weakens.
Just from constant repetition.
Yeah. And not taking breaks and not taking care of your body or pushing yourself further than you should because you don't know. Because you know until you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they basically punch and they turn. Yeah, the number one thing
and
is
pop.
It pops on takeoff, and then they turn around and they look at the floor, and that's immediately when I go, shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact their Achilles is torn. Yeah. Because they think that they broke the spring because they didn't get that punch off because their foot didn't go.
Yeah. I was literally just talking about this.
It hasn't hurt yet, and they look back, and I'm like, no.
In jiu-jitsu, Isaac Dorderlane just posted that video where he was like getting single legged. And the guy picked him up to try to dump him, and he just like went with it, and then dropped on his one leg, and he's basically like, it's all just basically like you're absorbing the impact with the ball of your foot, so it's all Achilles tendon.
Yeah,
and it's like anything where you're like your whole body's getting elevated and you're dropping on one foot, it's like you're at like. Your Achilles tendon is taking a lot of force. Yeah. And it's like, fuck, man. That's like my biggest fear is like blowing out Achilles tendon, bottom body, pec or bicep on my upper body. I'm like, those are my biggest fears.
We've been fortunate.
So I'd say on the men's side, it's probably torn bicep or mainly rotator cuff, slap tear.
Like catastrophic or like?
No, just like, so you said like you're afraid of doing that. Like I know, like, John Orozco, poor dude, like he got hurt a ton He got hurt a ton. He pushed himself more than anyone. Like, I'm pretty sure he tore both his Achilles. I'm pretty sure he tore both his ACLs.
No thanks.
He's done all of that, but he also made 2 Olympic teams even after those injuries.
Let's go, baby.
And so, like, it's like, yes.
Not a bitch.
But don't let that shit determine where you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you get injured. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. It does not mean that you're done.
Have you ever had a serious injury?
That, then you're done.
Dominic Cruz is a great example of that. Dominic Cruz tore both ACLs and he just kept coming back.
Yeah, but he's a bitch.
Hell no, he's not.
I'm just kidding. What's the worst injury you've ever had? Gymnastics, jiu-jitsu, whatever.
It'd be this. Yeah. Tearing the long head bicep, the rotating the labrum at once.
Shoulder side or you're rubbing up top. So
so long head. So basically most
people,
but
you can tear it on both ends.
Yeah, most people do short head. I do long head. I did long head. Most people are short head, or basically in gymnastics, it's usually short. So when you're swinging to a strength skill, you hit. People don't realize you're pushing yourself as you're swinging. So you're actually pushing to the strength skill. So if you have bent arms, boom. Same thing as a deadlift. Bent arms, boom. It pops here. Mine was long head because I was fully extended.
So shoulder side of your bicep.
Yeah. But and then other than that, I was very lucky. We did all of our mats at our gym. We have resis, we have pits. I did everything to a soft landing except for about a month to 2 months at most beforehand. Then I would do hard landings. So I conserve my body. There's no other athlete who made that many world teams. I have the tied for the most world teams ever of any U.S. athlete, and I did mine in a row. Wow. Most people didn't do it in a row.
Yeah.
And it's because we were smart about landings. We were smart about that stuff, longevity. And for me, it was honestly, it sounds horrible, but like it wasn't even about, of course I wanted to make the teams, but one of the main mindsets of making it was I had to provide for my family.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, you had to remake the national team. And guess what? You get hurt, politics-wise, you're
out.
See you later.
Yeah.
Like, and
we'll find a younger, healthier guy.
Yeah, and you're no longer funded. Yeah, that's why I got into real estate.
Yeah. Let me ask you, who would you say is the GOAT of, the not just Olympics, but of gymnastics?
No, that's Kohei Uchimura, like I was saying earlier. Yeah, he's the man.
Japan?
Yep. So to put it in perspective, 2008, he was silver medal with a fall, which is like, you're not on the podium.
Yeah.
Like as a team, we count a fall. We're not top 3. As an individual, no fucking chance. It's not going to happen.
But he fell and made silver.
And got silver.
Wow.
That was in 08. 2009 Worlds, gold. 10. I'm not even talking about individual. I'm talking about all around. There's also individual golds.
Yeah.
So 2009 Worlds, gold. At the individual one, which is what I said is the hardest one ever.
Yeah.
2010, gold. 11, gold. 12 Olympics, gold. 13, gold. 14, gold. 15, gold. 16, gold.
So this guy fucks.
Yeah, he's not playing games.
Was he the guy that complimented you? Who was the guy? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, so he did an interview, and they he said, when you guys are picking teams, basically, how do you beat these other teams? Because Japan, it's usually Japan and China, and the U.S. where sometimes we'll mix in.
Yeah,
Russia's in there now, but like at the time, it was Japan and China are top 2. And what they said was we try and match each other. So if there's 5 guys on a team, Kohei's the all-arounder. Let's call Sam the all-arounder. He's got to beat Sam on his events. He did his job.
Yeah.
The next dude, he's good on pommel horse and say floor, so something like that. He's got to beat the other country's guys on those 2 events because most body types are good on 2 events.
Yeah.
For myself, they said they asked him and they said, who's one of the most impressive athletes? And he said, Alex Naddour. And I was like, holy shit. Crazy.
He knows who I am. Oh my God.
Like crazy honor. And basically what he said was there's no one else on the planet who can match him. He said, not even myself, because if you're good on pommel horse, you're a tall, lengthy, skinny ass dude. You're not good on
because your arms are able to
my length. You're not good on rings. You have long arms. You're not going to be good on rings. You need short arms,
right?
Unless you have crazy tendon strength.
Yeah.
And so I was blessed with that. And so because I was good on pommels and rings, there's no one else on the planet who could match me. Even to this day, there's no specialist. The Steven guy, he can only do pommels.
Yeah,
he can't do rings.
Wow.
He can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think he could even do a cross, which is a B level skill. And so
iron cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, if you're good on pommels, you're usually good just on pommels.
Mm-hmm.
and you're so good because it's a week event. On the men's side, it's the equivalent on the women's side as beam. Beam is like you're off slightly. It's 4 inches wide.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're off on pommel horse. You're done. You're falling. You're off on floor. You step to the side. You're off on high bar. You scooch over.
Yeah.
You're off on parallel bars. You can take a step.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that on pommel horse.
Yeah.
And so like to be good on that and on rings is just unheard of. And it was honestly.
Does that make you better at those other things?
I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. I don't think that it does. I think that it just mainly it made me make more teams.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I fit the puzzle.
Yeah,
in a 5-man team, or
you
a
fit the
6-man
gap
team.
where they
yeah.
needed. Yeah,
You're like, okay, we normally have a pommel horse guy. Yeah, but Alex also does floor. He also does vault. He also does rings. So at the Olympics, I did tied with Sam the most events of any athlete. I went from being alternate to doing floor, pommel horse, rings, and vault.
Wow.
I only didn't do parallel bars, high bar, my 2 weakest.
Yeah.
And it was basically, I stopped training those to an extent. I started just doing half routines because what I thought of was like, sorry guys, but like, if you got to put my ass in, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like we're not making it.
So you're an alternate for
All
those events.
Yep. And just like the other guys, like Jake, he's an alternate on say parallel bars or on high bar, but all he did was floor and vault.
Yeah.
And rings, something
was a
like
bad-
So
Something
floor
that.
is like a leg guy, right?
Yep. So let's say, but mid competition, if someone gets hurt, there's no alternates coming in. After 24 hours before the meet starts, that is the locked in lineup. Someone gets sick, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone gets hurt, your country is no longer making a medal. You just lost it for your country.
Yeah.
So the other guys got to step in.
Yeah.
So they have to think of that as they're making teams.
Yeah.
They got to think of, okay, well,
Do you compete
if
sick a
this
lot?
happens. I have.
Yeah.
I like to train sick. I don't in jiu-jitsu because it gets everyone sick.
Yeah.
But like in gymnastics, like, yeah, because on a good day, anyone can be good.
Yeah.
But if you're on a bad day and you're sick and you can still be good, that's what separates you.
That's kind of what Ronda Rousey used to say. She's like, if you can be the best in the world on your worst day, you're the best in the world.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
100%.
So tell me about what your family had to sacrifice, or your wife, because did you have kids while you were going through the Olympic trials and all that?
Yes. Is there any way I can use the bathroom before I talk?
Yeah, man. Hit it.
We can pause it.
So no, he and I will just talk
No,
shop.
just piss on the floor.
Just piss in that corner. No, just on the other
The
side
zoom's not big enough on the cameras now.
just on the other side of the big ass calendar of the room. There's a bathroom right there.
Yep. And then I'll totally tell you.
Yeah. All right.
Amy can show you where the bathroom
Yeah.
is. if you want.
Let's talk shit about Alex when he leaves. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have the headphones on, so he can't hear us.
I hear he's gay. Most gymnasts are.
I knew it.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, dude, he's been hitting on me since we fucking started. I'm okay with it.
I love the parallels between like a gymnast and like I was making obviously there's like some like rock climbing parallels for gymnasts.
Sure.
Because like gymnastics, rock climbing like the guys who are like the top of the top in rock climbing are doing stuff that gymnasts do.
Yeah.
On like parallel bars, the rings, and like a lot of those guys do the same workouts. Like as far as like if you can't do an iron cross, you're probably not a world-class rock climber.
Yeah. Well, also like what you were saying, like the full send thing, right?
Yeah.
You got to fucking you got to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, full send is mental.
Sure,
right?
sure.
It's real easy for like you to suck and you'd be like, I'm gonna full send.
I really believe that yes, it is mental, but it can be a learned skill.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like that's what I was trying to get at with like a little bit of a parallel for like Alex versus like, like me as a rock climber. It's like, dude, I'm not fucking worried about winning a tournament. Like, cause I've like done stuff where like the consequences could be death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even like rock climbing in itself is like inherently dangerous, but like if you're not a fucking idiot, it's actually really safe.
So for me,
people who die in rock climbing are idiots.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, for me, going to the competition thing, for me at my age, I just want to see it like how far I can push my body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I take a lot of pride in not letting people project their limitations on me.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of guys my age that will say, I can't. No, stop it. There's a lot of guys my age that will say, I can't do this anymore. I can't do that anymore. Well, is it that you can't do it or you're not trying?
Yeah. Or not willing to try.
Yeah. So I give it a try, man. I give it a go. And you know what? Most days I surprise myself.
Yeah.
So that I get a lot of pleasure out of that. And I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the average guy at your age limit or whatever is like, oh yeah, I can't do that because I need to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you're like, whatever, you're just a bitch.
I can tell you that there are no adults that I grew up around that would do what I do.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, even I turned 40 next year.
Yeah.
Dude, I see people that like I went to school with and they're like fat fucks.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, what are you fucking doing with your life?
What are you not doing?
What are you not doing?
What are you not doing?
But you know what I mean? Like it's
You're
like
certainly not drinking.
It's like I'm drinking. I drink more than more.
His headset fall.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I drink more than fucking most of the people that are my age, but they're also out of shape. I'm like, but I also put a lot of work in being in shape.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'm an alcoholic, and I'm functioning, and I'm functioning.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Of
course.
I'm just joking about that. But like, honestly, it's like, there's like not a lot of people like, so I graduated 2005. What year did you graduate?
2009.
Yeah, I don't even want to ask you. It's like in the 70s or whatever.
Fuck you. Kind of.
What year did you graduate?
91. What? It was a year. I was alive.
I know. I was born in 86.
Yeah.
He 91. Was probably born 91.
91.
I was.
Yeah. What when's your birthday?
March 4th.
March.
Yeah. So like a couple months after he was born, you graduated high school.
Yeah.
It's okay. The girls that I
think I smoked weed.
It makes me feel so
on your
old.
birthday. What's that?
You should. It makes me feel so old, like when I coach the girls and stuff, and I'm like, when were you born?
Yeah.
Like, 2013. I was like, I already had a world medal.
Yeah.
You're old enough to know though, and obviously you are because you were in the military at the time because you're fucking old as fuck. But I'm like, there's kids like your kids like 9/11. They're like, what's that?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
know.
It's a meme. It's a meme to them.
Yeah.
And like there's kids that like I like little Luis. I like.
Yeah.
It's a meme to him. He doesn't even know. It's like, no, that was a real event.
It was crazy. Yeah, I remember waking up.
That's like saying Vietnam
we didn't go to elementary school. My mom was like freaking out looking at the box TV.
Yeah.
And we were watching and she was just like, I just remember hearing her say, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
And my stepdad at the time, and
you were in junior high at the time, right?
Elementary. I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, we're going to war. And I remember Obama's speech, and he was like, fuck yeah. And I've listened to it, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I was like 2 months into my first year of high school.
Yeah.
I was 2001. So we moved back to Arizona August 2001. Obviously, like a month later, we have this. And I remember like literally we were like staying at my grandma's house as my parents were having a house being built. We were staying at my grandma's house. I remember coming out of like my bedroom, just showered and all that shit or whatever, and like, what's on the news? And you're like watching this, like they're watching TV, and you see like this plane fucking hit the towers or whatever. And you're from like the perspective of like a television and camera, you're like, that just looks like a fucking Cessna.
Yeah.
Hitting a giant building, and you're like, whatever.
I wasn't thinking about the hundreds of lives that just were lost when it went in.
Oh, I didn't think about any of that.
I was just like, whoa.
So I lived in Pennsylvania at the time, in the Wilkes-Barre Scranton area. And
so my dad's from Pennsylvania.
Is he? Yeah. So
the PA.
The area I was in was like a commuting community that would commute to New York. Mm-hmm. So there was like a commuter train that would take them there because it was like an hour and a half, I guess. So I was on my way to Swiftwater, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of the bustling metropolis of Stroudsburg. And I remember I got a call from my ex-wife, and she's like, hey, something's going on, like the plane, blah, blah, blah. And I had just joined the reserve, so I'm like, fuck, here we go. So I remember going to the Swiftwater Inn, where there was a bar, and we're just kind of staring at a television, like, what the fuck, man? And the second
What's
plane,
next?
Second plane had already hit by the time we got there. So we're like, we saw the towers fall, and I'm like, holy shit, right? And so there was an area where I drove by every single day on my way home, where the parking lot to the commuter train was, right? So the train would go, tracks were there, and that parking lot was full for a long time.
Yeah.
It was wild, dude. It was wild. So all the like hospitals shut down, like what they could, right? All the doctors that could went to New York to help. Like that whole area just, rallied, gathered water, did all that shit.
The country's never been more united.
Yeah. I wish in a non-catastrophic event we could get that united.
Yeah.
We can't though.
Yeah.
I wish.
It's not impossible, but it has to be something catastrophic. Something catastrophic.
Let's be fucking real. It is impossible at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to your question. Yeah?
Yes, your wife and family sacrificed to so that you could compete.
Obviously a ton. Most importantly though was my wife. Yeah, I really don't think I don't think that anyone who was not at the elite level would be able to understand and do it the way.
How old's your wife?
The way that she
compared
did.
to you?
She's 38. So when I went to OU, she was a senior. I was a freshman.
Okay,
Snagged that.
Attaboy.
Oh, I spilled on my hand.
Don't worry about it.
And basically, we had just had our first child. Yeah, and so
What year was that?
it was 2017-16 was my daughter's birthday. So 2016, the year of the Olympics.
Got it.
So a newborn baby.
Wow.
We're fortunate. We have a nice home, and it's a split floor plan. And basically, she was like, "Okay, well,
he's speaking like a real estate agent.
I'm going to sleep on this side of the house with the baby, and you're going to sleep in our room, and you're going to get rest because you need to do this." She obviously wanted to be on the Olympic team. She made it she was a world champ the year before in 2003, and then 2004 came.
She fucks hard when it comes to gymnastics.
Gymnastics, she gets it.
Yeah.
And she was invited to the Crowley camp and did all that, and then they ended up picking a vault person instead of beam. A lot of politics in that.
Wow.
And so she knows what it feels like to come close. And I came close in 2012, and she saw that. And she saw basically 4 years of me cranking as much as I could. And it was like, okay, well, if he doesn't sleep, he can't train.
Yeah.
And not just can't train, it's not safe. I'm doing high level skills that I could be paralyzed.
Yeah, of course.
And so
pushing the envelope. Yeah.
That's such a rare thing too, to have someone who like really gets it.
Yeah,
like because most of us don't like have like a significant other who like. I'm saying us, like we're like high level, but like
I have one.
I can 100% tell you without a shadow of a doubt, and she'll never listen to the podcast, so I'm not saying it because
She's not one of 12.
I'm one of 12. She's not one of them. But like, without her doing that, I would not have made it.
Wow.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I remember when my daughter was born, we were at the hospital, and I was like, okay, this is crazy. It was right during nationals. I was petitioned on this to the team. I was one of those 3 spots.
And you're thinking like, do I need to be a dad or
Yes.
do I need to?
Yeah. And so basically it was like, okay. And I remember I had my baby, and then all of a sudden she woke up and she was like choking. And it was
The baby or
my baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Lila. And it was basically, when she's like, I guess in my wife and I don't know how you want to call it, but in the egg, they're going to the bathroom and stuff, and you swallow that and it gets kind of stuck. And so basically it got stuck like a mucus almost. Oh, no. And so I remember I was sleeping on this tiny ass little couch. Have you ever had a kid? You're on this little couch.
Yeah.
She got a beautiful bed, and she deserves it after seeing what she went through. I'm on this tiny little couch, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear like, and I was like, and I look over, and like the baby, like and my wife's asleep, and I'm like, fuck. And like, I don't know what to do. And I remember grabbing a little squeeze thing, opening her mouth. I was like, Holly, she does. And I'm trying to do it. And then like she hit the nurse button. The nurse came in, did the same thing I was doing. And all of a sudden she like cried, and she was fine. And they're like, oh yeah, it's totally fine. And I remember at that exact moment, I was like, okay, I'm fucking done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my life's done. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing gymnastics anymore. And I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm done. It's not going to happen.
Just gonna be dad.
Yep. I'm just going to be a dad, and I'm going to be the best dad.
And you felt like, I mean, that's literally retirement.
Yeah, I was
right?
totally fine with it. 100% fine with it. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I've accomplished enough. I've trained enough. I've done enough. And it just so happened that I didn't reach that goal. But I know that I did every stone unturned, and that's the best I could do.
Yeah.
I can look back and be happy with it.
Yeah.
Maybe some people can't. But for myself, I was like, okay, yep, that's it. I'm done. And I remember we went home, and her family was there, and like I got a nap. because I hadn't slept for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And I got a nap and I woke up and I was like, maybe I can do it. Maybe it's possible. And so then, and I was like, oh yeah, go to practice. And I went and I trained and I came home and I started getting a rhythm and she was sleeping on it. I was like, okay, I can do this. With her, I can do this.
Yeah.
Without her doing that, there's just no way.
Yeah.
So you needed her support.
Oh yeah. There's no possible way. Without my wife, without Holly, there's no way I could have done what I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, how does she?
And of course, my family sacrificed too on the way to get there. So
Of course,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
coaches, so many everything. Like that medal was a part of everybody.
Yeah.
Every sacrifice people made to help me, everything. But all in all, 100%. Like that was the breaking point. It was like, okay, I'm done with gymnastics.
So your daughter's 10-ish years old, right?
This month she'll be 10.
She'll be 10.
Wow.
Looking back on it now, it's like your wife obviously like made sacrifices for that. Like how does it feel like looking back on it a decade later?
I mean, same thing that I felt then. I mean, it means a ton.
Yeah.
She means everything, and so does my daughter. But yeah, without her, there's no way. There's no possible way I would have made it. And she knew that too. She 100% knew it being there. They'll never
say it. Like
she knows.
Yeah.
I've told her enough times. She knows.
Yeah.
100% she knows. Yeah. Without her sacrificing and doing that.
But she's a professional athlete, just like you are.
Yeah.
And
so
just
she looked at you and like, yeah, no shit. Of course, without me, you wouldn't do it.
But just for people who want to try and get to that level and on the elite side, like there's a lot of sacrifices I had to make.
Yeah.
I was a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up helping.
Yeah.
As much.
Yeah.
I did sometimes, but not as much. And then she gets to, 3 or 4 months old. Now I'm at Olympic trials. Okay, I make the Olympic team. Cool. Now we don't have phones. We don't talk to anyone. And I'm there for like a month.
Yeah.
That's a month of my daughter's childhood I don't get.
Yeah.
That's done. We go on the Olympic tour. That's 4 months.
Yeah.
So I had out of my daughter's first year of life, probably 4 to 5 months, I didn't see her at all.
It was very similar to like my son and I.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, my son and I, like when I literally took leave to close on a house. My ex-wife, my ex-wife was pregnant at the time, and we slept on the floor in the house that we just bought.
But you bought the house.
Yeah, and then I left. I left for Panama, and she had the baby while I was there.
While you were in Panama?
Yeah, I didn't get to come home. And then from Panama, I was home for like a minute. And then I went to California for 4 months. And then when I came back, like my son was like a person. It wasn't just this thing wrapped in a blanket. Like he's looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? I kind of like him, but I don't know about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that must have been really tough.
Yeah, it was. And not just that, but one of the guys who helped me with that in college, so I had Mark Williams, he was the head coach. Assistant coach at the time was Rustam Sharipov. That's the guy from, I was talking about.
Yeah.
He's one of my he's one of my college coaches, and I remember to this day I was in a meeting and they were talking about it and like, okay, well, Alex, if this baby's born at this, like, what do you do? And I was like, I go home. Like that. And Rustam was like, no. And I was like, fuck you.
Right?
I go home.
Yeah.
And basically, and he was like, no, I didn't see my son born. Not just that, his son ended up passing afterwards. And so not only he missed that, and then his son died early, and like but he missed all of that to make the Olympics. Yeah. And he's like, I don't regret it. You're competing for your country. It is bigger than anything you could imagine. And so a lot of people ask me, they're like, oh, you're a vet, because I have the U.S. SEAL on here. And I let people know, I'm like, no, I'm not a vet. I respect the hell out of military, love them. Anything with police, military, I'm all about, but I know I'm not. And a ton of vets are like, oh no, you served your country though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like you were the person that went and you showed that U.S. is fucking number one.
Let me just tell you what
it's like, oh, when he told me that, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I kind of get it.
You're like, I don't believe you, but still
want to be there for my kids, big boy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, as a veteran and as a person that was deployed, and as a person that I spent many Christmases and New Years away from my family, birthdays. I missed a lot of things. When watching the World Series, watching the Super Bowl, watching the Olympics,
America's
like we fucking feel it, dude. No, I'm serious. We fucking feel it. It's a big.
You can't tell. I had literally chills.
Yeah, me too. It's
like I did.
It's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for us because like we're out doing our thing, and we just know that there's other people doing their thing for us. You know what I mean? It's a reciprocal thing
for you guys, but without you guys, we couldn't.
I get it, but it's like a reciprocal thing. You're building our morale, and we're just fucking holding down the fucking fort. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Military's number one in my book.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
I'm it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you do something that scares you. I'll walk up to a random vet.
Yeah.
I see the hat. I thank him every time.
Yeah.
I always do.
Yeah.
Even though I feel awkward doing it, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah. It's cool,
you,
man. That's cool. Yeah.
So that's the answer to that one.
Yeah.
What else you got?
No, that was a great answer. And you and I talk a lot, so I don't want to say I know a lot of these answers that you're going to give, but it's like just your perspective on being at that level and what it means, like what your family has to go through, what not just your immediate family, your entire family had to go through. Was there somebody in your life that was like that mentor that you were like that made you feel like you could fucking do anything? And it can't be a family member.
Can't be a family member?
Just like outside of the family.
Me, obviously.
Obviously, Tojo.
We'll go with another question with someone else, and I'll be thinking about it because that's super deep.
Yeah. I always wonder because like I
so many people.
Yeah.
So many people, but people that really dive in and really change that. There's a few that come to mind.
It can be more than one. Yeah. Yeah.
Who are the biggest influences of like how 100%, you decided to
100% it's usually my family.
Of course. Yeah,
my brother's my teammate. He went to OU as well.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that story?
You told me about your brother going to OU, but
so your brother's like a high quality gymnast.
I'm gonna get his ass in the gym, dude.
I hope so.
I've been telling him.
I didn't know he was local.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He lives
How old
10 minutes from me.
Younger or older?
Yeah, he's older.
Okay.
Yeah, he's same age as Holly. But yeah, no, he has more of a like as far as family goes than most. My dad's my coach, obviously. Your coach is your mentor, everything.
Of course. Yeah.
But no, I looked up to my brother.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a fine line with an older brother or an older sibling. Like you look up to them for everything, you know. And as I started to progress in the sport and I started to get a little bit better, I was like, oh, I'm better than my brother. But it didn't change how I thought of my brother's words when he'd tell me stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Like I listened to him.
Yeah.
You know, before the Olympics, I think I told you, but I did my routine. It was the same thing I got in flow state. I did the Russian thing. I fucked up. I was supposed to come in another 180 degrees. I messed up. I went right to the leather, whatever. Finished it, got done, and I was thinking, shit, I didn't make finals. Because in 2011, I missed finals by one spot. I was first alternate. And then 2012, I was the alternate to that, so I didn't compete. It's 2013, I did one of the best sets of my life, and it was a judging mistake on our U.S. judges. We did a scissor, which is like imagine like the scissor sweep you guys do or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that, but
it's like when you're hitting the balls on the pommel.
Yep. You go here and you turn.
Yeah.
Well, your feet have to go above your shoulder, and mine did on the reverse side, but not on the back leg, not enough on the front to where there's other countries that were like, we're gonna take that shit. And so they took the deduction. And so I did a great routine. I thought I was going to, and my score came up and it was like, fuck. And I was so motivated after not making 2012. I was like, oh, I'm going to kill this. And I went and my score came up and I was like, God damn it. And like, I'm not going to make finals. I was the only fucking guy who did not make finals on that team.
Wow.
I won second day at nationals. At the U.S. and I didn't make. I was the only dude who didn't make finals, and I was so mad. And then 2014 came. I qualified second to finals. I win. I did a good set in the U.S. I could split. I could mess up something. I'm still gonna win. I did the same thing in finals. Not on the podium. Maybe top 6, top 7 out of 8. Nothing. 20 and that was 2014. 2015 I finaled again. Same shit. These dudes in finals don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Like especially the Great Britain guys, they just hit. The Hungarian dudes, they just hit. And not just a set, that's the new set. the set I haven't seen, and they hit it better than the other one.
Wow.
And it was almost like, man, can I do this? You know, I was like, man, okay, well, I got to figure this out. So when 2016 came, I remember I did the routine. I was like, fuck, I'm not going to make finals. And to be honest with you, if it was a world championships with that many guys, I wouldn't have made finals.
Wow.
I don't think I would have. And I remember I made finals, and they were like, all right, you made finals. And I was like, they fucked up. I'm going to fucking kill this.
Yeah.
And I was so pumped. And we could only use our phones every now and then. And so I remember I talked to my brother, and like we were talking about.
What year is this?
2016 at the games. And I talked to my brother, and he was like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, oh, it's going good, and things are going good.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? And he's like, oh, okay, so what do you think it's going to take to make the podium at the Olympics? And I was like, fuck, dude, like a 15.7.
What does that mean?
A score
of
a 15.7.
Got it.
Which is a very high score.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, man, then fucking go get that 15.7.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Well, the highest I ever scored was a 15.3.
So your brother's like in your corner though.
So yeah, so 0.4 up is like crazy.
Yeah.
And at most worlds, you have 8 judges. So imagine you guys have the one guy who's counting.
Yeah.
No. At a world, you have like 8. At the Olympics, you have 16. They're not gonna fucking miss anything. These are the top dudes. Like they're gonna miss shit.
They've been around. Yeah.
You're gonna score,
and they're gonna fucking like.
Yeah, they're gonna hack.
Yeah.
You're gonna score lower. And so I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, just go do it. And I was like, all right, I will. And then I remember we went up. The first guy went up, and a French dude the year before at Worlds, he got bronze, rocked a fucking set. And Cersei, yeah, and he went like 15.6, and I was like, first dude up out of 8, and I was like, oh fuck, all right, let's go. And I went up, and this is inside story, so if there's any gymnastics people and they end up watching it, they can watch the video. But I walk up, give them a high five, and I go up and I do this. And I smell, my wife washed my clothes in Drift, the baby detergent, because I had a baby. And I was like, I'll try not to cry right now. But I was like, and I smelt it, and I gave a little smile. I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, I do, obviously, but like, I fucking won.
Smell your kid.
Yeah. I got a child. I got a wife. Like, I fucking.
You're winning already.
I won.
I'm getting emotional hearing that. That's cool.
And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's go. And I went, and then autopilot. And I remember I was going, and I did the Russian skill. That's usually when I split my legs, and I kept them tight. And I went through, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to connect one more move instead of doing extra circle. So every circle you do, if your hands aren't square, if they're off like this, they can take a deduction.
Whoa.
And so I was like, I'm going to connect it so they can't take that deduction. I've never competed that. Fuck it. Let's do it. And so I went, and
you're thinking this on the horse.
On the go.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. At the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, push, go, connect this shit. Boom, push. And I connected. Holy shit. And I remember I heard Chris Brooks, my teammate, yeah. He's the biggest cheerleader. He's the best dude. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And I remember, because when I compete, I'll only hear certain voices. Because I hear you, I'll hear you. Because I hear you, I'll hear you. I won't hear jack shit. It's all woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
I hear nothing.
That's when you know you're in it.
Yeah. And so like that's how I go. So I remember hearing Brooks, and I did Magyar, Savado, his last skill dismount, and I went up, and he's like, do it, and I raged on it, and I did a D dismount, and it was super good, but I wanted to go E.
D level, you mean?
D level skill, and I wanted to go down and back. Would have been an E for one more 10th. Because every 10th counts. And I went, but it was super, like I went super hard. So boom, did the D. And I remember thinking, I fucked it up. And I finished, and I was like, shit. And that's why I asked my dad, I was like, how was it? Like, was it good enough? You know, and he's like, it's the best set you've ever done. And I was like, okay. And I'm sitting there, and all those world championships I talked about. So 2013, 14, 15. As soon as you go, it shows a competitor and it shows a bar. Competitor, me, and a bar. And it goes, as soon as you're done, the bar goes up, and it's red if you didn't beat them. It goes green if you beat them. And I was sitting there, and I'm just sitting there at the Olympics, and I'm waiting, and it goes green. And he went 15.6. Oh, wow. And I was like, dude, I chewed Bobo joke. And it was like 15.733.
Oh,
and I was like,
oh my God.
Fuck, I called it. Like, I was like, oh, I still had 6 fucking guys to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 world champions to go. And I was like, okay, don't get too excited. They end up going, and guys are going. And then before we went out, actually, I told Lewis Smith and Max Whitlock, the two British guys, we're all close from the U.S. I was like, hey, I don't care what it is. All of us are on the fucking podium. And we're all pumped. Anyway, it was Lewis Smith goes up, defending like basically a world gold medalist, multiple. He was in Beijing. He got a bronze, first bronze ever. Wow. He went to Beijing, London, and now he's in Rio. He's the man. And he goes up, and his set is beautiful. To this day, I still think he won. Like, he went, and I was like, ooh. He got done, and my dad looked at me. I was like, that's fucking beat me. Yeah. Like, it was amazing. He deserved everything. And I was like, damn. And his score comes up. It's like 15-8 or 15-8-3-3. I think it was about that 1/10, which is a toe point. That means your foot's from here to there. And there's 16 judges to judge that. And so he goes up 15-8-3-3. And I was like, whew. And then all of a sudden, there's another guy. He didn't do so good. And then Max goes up, and he was defending world champion. He went up, kills the set. Love Max to death. Did amazing. I still think Lewis's set was better.
Okay.
He had some skew, some stuff that I don't think it was as good as Lewis. I just personally, the judges, there's 16 of them. They agree differently than I do. I have my own opinion.
Gotcha.
And he went up, and he goes, boom. And it was 15-9. And I was like, whew, I'm in third place. And he was the second to last guy to go.
So all three, you guys are all on the same team. 1, 2, 3.
Great Britain, those two, and USA. Just like what I called before.
Yeah.
Oh, so these guys are UK. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
So you're sitting 1, 2, 3, just like you called. Wow.
And there's
Holy shit.
And there's one guy to go.
But you're 3.
Yep.
Okay.
There's one guy to go, and I was like, okay. And I remember I was sitting there.
And you can't do anything about it.
I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like I can choke the guy like a jiu-jitsu.
Just a last minute loop choke.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, if he deserves it, he's gonna fucking get it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's part of that's beautiful. And the guy goes up, and I was like, okay, let's see what he can do. And he had medaled. He's a Russian dude. He had medaled, and I was like, okay, let's see what he's got. And I was talking to Lewis, and he's sitting next to me, and I was like, fuck, man, dude, I really want this.
Yeah.
I need this.
Yeah.
The Abraham.
I so
need
don't.
This. I need this. And I was like, oh, please, God, come on, man. And like, if he deserves it, he deserves it. But like, please, like, I've done everything, you know, and typically scores build. And so getting a bad draw at the beginning fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And he goes, and Lewis is like, nah, mate, you got nothing to worry about.
Nah, mate.
he doesn't have the start value. And he goes, boom, second skill, boom. And he does an added skill. And I look at him and he goes, that's new. It's still not there. And he does the Busanari, the G level skill. Wow. And he does it perfect.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck. And I looked at Lewis and he goes, yeah, he's got it, mate. Let's see. And we're watching his last skill, the dismount. You go on one pommel and you go up. He went up and he went dunk, barely, like inches. Like it didn't flow up. He semi-stopped. And I remember I reached out and grabbed Lewis's hand. He goes, you did it, man. It's done. You're a fucking Olympic medalist. Wow. And like I got the, like I said, I was like, well, I'm gonna wait till the score. What if they didn't see it? And he goes, there's 16 fucking judges. Like if we saw it, like
they saw it.
They saw it. And sure enough, the score came up and that was it. We went 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, holy shit. But just like I told my brother, I said 15-7 will do it.
That's a Disney movie.
I went 15-7, 3-3. Wow. And so even if I didn't get a medal, like I'd be I say just as happy. I wouldn't be.
Of course. Yeah.
But I would still be happy because that's the highest score I've ever received. And it was at the fucking biggest stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being that's what it took.
Wow.
That's fucking sick.
Wow.
Gamed on. It was game time. It was super game time.
So in jiu-jitsu, when an athlete at the highest level, which is the adult division level,
my level,
when they retire,
do you compete at all?
No.
Oh.
Nah, fuck no. When they retire from,
know some?
Yeah, please.
There's no ice, but I'll
that's okay. When they retire from competition, like officially retire as an adult competitor, they they take their belt off at the end of the match, and there's a lot of
Place it
tears.
down?
No, they actually wrap it around their competitor.
Wow, I like that.
They like give it to their competitor, like they were their last match as a most competitive athlete. I think it's such a beautiful moment, man.
Beautiful.
There's always tears, and I'll never forget, like, the guys that have done it, when I've been there. And is there something similar in the Olympics? What is it? What is that like
In gymnastics? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, gymnastics. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So when a guy retires, it depends on the event. So like on pommel horse, I'll wear wrist guards. You do so much on your wrist, you needed something to help hold it.
Yeah.
On high bar, you wear high bar grips. On rings, you wear ring grips. So if it's on one of those events, and even if it's not, when a guy says he's done, he'll leave. He can take the grips off before he walks off, and he'll drop them.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, hey, that's it. I'm done.
That's letting the world know that I'm done.
This is the last one. It's kind of like, I think in UFC, maybe they take off the gloves or something like that. Do they?
Not typically. Typically, no. But it, like in wrestling, they'll take their shoes off and leave them on the mat. That's a beautiful moment too.
It's kind of like that. You take the wrist guards off, and it's like, okay, I'm done.
Wow,
That's it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I remember I was doing a news interview with Channel 12, and they were like, "Oh, do you have anything cool?" And I like gave them my high bar grips, and they were like, "This is the coolest thing." I was like, "Bro, I suck at high bar. I'll gladly retire from high bar. You want these things? Like, take them."
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there is something like that where you put them down. I didn't do that when I retired, but there is that prestige if you're at a high level.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu, when they're doing moves, I mean, I guess it can't be, right? Like, is there a certain person who competed the triangle first or an armbar first?
No,
I mean, I'm sure there was.
Yeah, but those are such fundamental skills that it's really hard to go back and say like, oh, that's the first time I ever saw that.
So it's more like an A or a B skill. It's like more of a basic in the side.
Yeah, I would say A or
Very
B skill.
basic.
Yeah. So there, I mean, like there's things that like, I would say the more modern stuff would be like a Darce choke. And it was named after a guy. His last name was, I can't remember his fucking name.
So his last name?
Darce. Yeah. So like, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's kind of.
So in gymnastics, every move is named after somebody.
The first person that did it. That's cool.
At a world competition.
Yeah.
And it used to be a worlds, and now you can submit it, and it's not as hard. But it was, in my mind, it was a lot more prestige. I wanted a skill named after me. I invented 2 different skills and submitted them. They kept splitting them, and now they're allowing it, so someone else is going to get it named. But my hope is that one day my son or my daughter, but I hope that one day, if they continue in gymnastics, that they can get a skill name. So the Naddour will be a skill.
That would be so cool.
How much
for
your
the
kids
life
love
of the skill?
gymnastics?
Dude, they're animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my parents, you guys may not know, but my mom and my dad are both gymnasts.
Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad did it at ASU, and then my mom was at Ohio State, and then she went to ASU. And that's kind of how they met. And then my wife and I, and then now my kids. And so like they're 3rd generation. So when they were born, I was like, they're going to be really good or they're going to fucking suck.
It's impossible for them to be bad at.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Yeah.
But no, they're both very, very talented. But one thing that I had, and there's no shade on my dad at all, but he's building a business and he's doing all that. And obviously saw the talent that I had, my brother had, and really pushed us for gymnastics. There's so many other sports that I wanted to do. Like I did wrestling at Highland Junior for a couple months. I beat the state champ guy, got varsity, and like it was fun, and then I had to quit. And the reason why I decided to quit was not because it's hard, not because of anything, but because if I didn't do gymnastics, I didn't see my dad. I would see my dad every other week for one day.
Yeah.
Switch off weekends kind of thing. And so that kind of ate at me. Maybe it's part of the reason why I did gymnastics and why I got a gold, I mean, not gold, but an Olympic medal. But I don't want that for my kids.
Yeah.
I really, really don't. I still hate it in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, like, what could it have been in other sports? I did hockey for like 6 years. Like I did so many things that like when people are like, oh, your kids are going to do gymnastics. I'm like, maybe. Fucking maybe.
Yeah.
Like whatever they want to do. And like, really, you're fine with them doing something else? I'm like, yeah.
Do you know who Jeff Gordon is?
Yeah.
He in the NASCAR driver.
Yep.
He talked about that. He's like, if you want to be really good, don't be well rounded.
Yeah.
He was joking.
Yeah.
But that's the truth. Like he did kart racing, he did all that stuff. He could have gone F1, I think, but he decided to go NASCAR because that's where the family like kind of business was, and you know all that stuff. But he was like, yeah, he goes, I didn't do anything else. But I think his story is very similar. Like on the track is where he could spend time with his dad.
Yep.
So that was it. That was it for him. You know?
Yeah, I got to travel the world with my dad. And that's what you were talking about earlier about people who had significant influence and like don't talk about family, but like my brother, man, like that's got to be hard. I haven't really talked to him about it, but it's got to be hard to know that like your younger brother, because it's always competitive. We beat each other up. My nose is crooked. If I push, let's see. It popped twice. We beat each other up, broke each other's nose. Like brotherly love.
Yeah.
But like there's a competitive side, and to see your younger brother excel in something that he was a D1 athlete, multiple All-American. I don't want to take anything away from him.
Of course.
But to see your younger brother excel and then travel the world with your dad, it's got to be hard.
Yeah.
And truly, like he's always been in the back of my head. He was the first. The reason why he had the call of the 15-7 was because like that's who I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Other than my wife and my dad's already there. Like my best friend's there, Jake. But even before Jake would come my brother.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to think of someone other than family that made a significant difference. Rustam is up there. Rustam being an assistant coach, he was that father figure, mentor, friend that really kind of believed. You know, he was an Olympian that did it. There's just, man, that question is so hard.
Yeah.
There's so many freaking people
Yeah.
that like on a given year or a month, like even for instance, like there's a camp we go to this day called International Gymnastics Camp. It's the biggest gymnastics camp that's out there. Woodward is no more. Lake Owen is no more. So it's Flip Fest and IGC. My wife and I fully commit to IGC. We love it. We bring our kids. We bring other athletes up. It's international gymnastics. And like,
is that the one you did last year?
Yep,
Were you gone like a couple weeks or something like that? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And like they do stuff behind the scenes, right? So a lot of people don't know, and they did something for USA Gymnastics and some shade on USA Gymnastics for not paying the athletes how they should. But there's 20 grand, 10 grand, nothing.
Yeah.
IGC came in and they're like, hey, we want to give individual events money.
Awesome.
And so we want like a top 3 on each event. We want to match everything. Whatever Hilton gives and you guys give, we're going to match it.
Wow.
For like nothing.
Yeah. Wow.
Like they love the sport. He was on the national team. Like, okay, let's do it. And so they went out and they did it, and it was the most money anyone made. And then the only problem was at the time, NCAA didn't allow athletes to accept money.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was one of them. And so when it came down to it, it was like, okay. Well,
could you put it in a trust maybe?
No, I tried.
Wow.
And so it would go to the next athlete that's available. Is how it should go. And that's how IGC wanted it to go. USAG had their own plan. They said that they wanted a piece of it, and that, nope, it can't go to the next athlete. Portion has to go to us, and then half goes to us, basically is what I was told. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wow.
Half goes to us, half goes to the next athlete. And I just said, no, man, we want this going 100% to the athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we'll give you a certain portion, but no. And USAG said no, so they dropped the sponsorship.
Yeah.
So I respect the hell out of them.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
I always have. And so we solely go to their camp.
Yeah.
My wife and I go every year. We bring our kids. We bring last year we brought like 4 or 5 athletes. I think this year we're going to bring out 15.
Nice.
Jeez.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But they have like
Growth.
they do about 12 weeks of camp, and it's probably about 1,000. I'd say 500 to 1,000 depending on the week at the camp. Every week of athletes all around the world. It's the best gymnastics camp that's out there.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, I'm sorry, I know we're kind of, are you good on time?
Oh, I want to keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm having the time. Like, this is so, turn the thing off. I want to drink and finish these. Like, seriously, I'm having a great time.
Let's talk
like,
about, I want to talk about the anti-doping.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that's
SADA.
yeah. So I know, like, isn't there like like a doping Olympics or something like that, where they're allowing people to, isn't there something like that?
So
like,
they've reached out to me. I've had no, not kidding,
serious?
100%.
Nice.
I've talked to them extensively. I also showed them some things that the U.S. Olympic Committee was sending out, trying to block athletes, and I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
I got no problem saying I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with what? With
the U.S. Olympic Committee
on
basically taking money away. It's kind of the same thing as IGC.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't agree with this. We're not football players. We're not baseball. We're not basketball making millions. We're freaking gymnasts.
Yeah.
Like the best
few $1,000.
The $2,000 a month. Maybe you get Hilton, make another $2,000. You're making $4,000 a month. Take taxes out, and then you get prize money for making a Worlds. Like your best years, you're making 6 figures. You're a pro athlete at the Olympics. You should be making freaking millions of dollars.
Millions. Everybody
100%.
else is. Everybody around you is.
Yeah. And so like I do.
You should, if you, in my mind, if you are an Olympian, you shouldn't have to fucking work a day in your life.
Fuck no.
Or I wish, the U.S. Olympic Committee, I'll give them benefit of the doubt. They have, I think it's like, Aurora online.
They make trillions.
And so they allow you to
I don't give a fuck.
They allow you to go online, and like you can have benefits of certain doctors, and you can have certain stuff, and that's how I got this fixed. So like I give them that. But like we should be making
that's a drop in the
bucket. Yes.
And so basically it's called the Enhanced Games.
Yes, the Enhanced Games.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
And I actually heard about it on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I started looking it up, and so I reached out to them, and I had an interview, and I talked to them, and I was like, hey, like, I see gymnastics is here. What are you guys planning for gymnastics? Because like, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw $1 million to break some kind of a world record,
I'll do juice.
Yeah, like
tomorrow.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And so their goal is basically to go, okay, here's the thing. There's countries like Russia, or I say Russia, and I don't name other countries because they're primarily the only one I know who got busted. And there's countries who do that. So,
But
like,
they're all doing it, right?
Yeah.
I think to an extent, think about the uniforms. Is that cheating?
Correct. Yeah.
Is it not?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Not to the extent they are, but like, let's have an open playing field. Let's see who the best athlete is, fucking period.
Yeah.
This dude wants to throw a javelin. Give him as much juice as he wants.
Oh, that would be great.
Who can fucking throw this thing the furthest? You know?
Yeah.
Get that fucking ref out of the field. Have you seen that video where that guy gets fucking stabbed?
It goes in his chest.
But like you want it's a funny one. you want to talk about people who don't watch stuff? Like, yo,
dude.
Juice them up, baby.
Track and field, dude, when those guys are juiced
sprinters?
up. Yeah, baby.
I know they're heavy, so there's got to be some balance, right?
Sure, yeah.
But like, let's see. Like, it says the fastest human goes, what, like 30 miles an hour? What is it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Dude, let's hit somebody at
I hit about
40.
30, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like, let's see what these fucking people can do.
Just blows his fucking legs out.
Who cares? They're making millions. Like, let's have fun. Let's see what the human body
I don't know how
capable
dorky you
of.
are, but there was like
with science.
The
Right?
Matrix had
everyone's
like
allowed to do it. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably more fair.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it. And so I was like, okay, so
all
like,
the juice.
Yeah, like, so how do we do this? Like, I'm on test. Like, okay, like how do we make this happen?
Yeah.
And they don't have a plan yet for gymnastics, but they're doing a lot of strongman and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't fucking deadlift with Hafthor Benson can 1,000 pounds. I can
not with that attitude.
The most I've ever deadlifted is like 655 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
Yeah, I can bench 425 paused. Like I did powerlifting before this. So at the games,
I remember that. You said that. Yeah.
At the games, for instance, I was 139 pounds the day of the Olympics. When I competed, 139 is what I competed at.
I've been at 139 since
typical weight of competition was about.
Did you stroke out? What the fuck happened?
5th grade.
What, he's like,
well, I was fat in high school. I weighed 200 pounds in high school.
I remember,
but
you
I was a
telling
fat
me,
kid.
Oh boy, no wonder you're strong.
Nah, he's still a fat kid.
That's where I get these calves.
Yeah.
Not me. I got twig legs. And so I started doing like basically. Not that I did. Thankfully, I did not have any kind of eating disorders. I didn't have any of that kind of stuff. A lot of people deal with. A lot of the women deal with. A lot of the men deal with. They may not talk about it, but it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Because you think about no stone unturned. Oh, should I eat this? Should I not eat this?
Yeah.
And it eats at you.
Yeah.
And so I didn't deal with that. But like to an extent, like I'm hungry. Okay, I don't.
Well, they're not weighing you guys,
I don't
right?
have to eat. You know what I mean? No. And so like, I don't have to eat. So like, okay, I won't. But like, I go to bed hungry a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, fuck that. I'm going to eat what I want. I'm going to take tests.
Has that changed?
I'm going to go for my doctor and I'm going to lift and I'm going to see how big. And I got to like over 210 pounds.
What's like cycling, right? When
blood
Lance
doping,
Armstrong
sure.
was talking, coming up.
Everyone was doing it.
Everyone was doing it. And he would talk about like, but it was the weight to power thing.
Power to weight.
So he wanted to be like 145 pounds
strength
going
to weight
into,
ratio is huge.
Yeah. And he wanted to be at a certain weight that could still deliver that much power to the pedal, to the wheel, blah, blah, blah. And people were asking like, well, what if you're overweight? He's like, you don't eat.
Yeah.
But how do you go the next day? He's like, you don't eat.
You just go.
Let me ask you that about gymnastics. So, in rock climbing, again, another parallel to rock climbing, it was like a very much like most people have an eating disorder.
It's a body weight thing. So
right. But no, what I was going to say is like most people, I think I would say 10 years ago, most people at the highest level had an eating disorder because they thought like, if I'm 10 pounds lighter, 5 pounds lighter, I'm stronger.
It's not a thought. It's kind of real.
Yeah,
It is to an extent, but if you're not eating, it's not.
Well, but it's
It
changed.
doesn't work that way.
Like I said, 10 years ago, that was the school of thought. Everyone was on it, had an eating disorder.
Skinning is winning.
It's changed where like, all right, so say like 10 pounds. If you lose 10 pounds, you're like, all right, I'm stronger, but you're also sacrificing strength.
Yeah. Oh, and endurance.
And all that.
How much oxygen are you getting through your blood? How much recovery?
But now it's like, all right, let's say
train?
5 pounds. All right, now I sacrifice a little less weight, but now I'm more energized. I'm like, I can have more endurance. I can have more strength. Has it changed like that in gymnastics or?
I don't know if it has or not, but for myself, yes.
Yeah.
So I trained because of doing wrestling. Like I was like, okay, you got to drop weight.
Yeah.
A little bit. And so I like to train heavy and I competed light.
Yeah.
So 2 months out, I cut out all alcohol. I cut out all soda, anything extra salt. I didn't use sauce, anything. And I dropped around 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Without changing much of anything.
Yeah. People don't realize like once you're in shape, even at 50, it comes up pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when you cut off the certain thing, the right things.
It's the water weight. And so the way I was doing it was healthy. You're talking about unhealthy.
Yeah. Eating disorder.
I think the prevalence in that is not on the men's side. I think it's more on the women's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of the looks part of it too, right?
So as
looks, unethical and disgusting coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like in anything, there's bad apples.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little mix of everything.
I think on the women's side, there's quite a bit of bad apples.
Yeah.
And I think that's changing. I really do. I think that's why I was saying as they've
For the better, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
As they've gotten older, like there's more older girls competing.
Yeah.
They're fucking women. Dude.
Yeah.
They're not some 15-year-old little kid that you can scare and be skinny. No, these are 20-year-old women who have gone through puberty and like some are married. Like they know their bodies and like you're about to tell them like you walk by and pinch them. Don't fucking do that. You're going to be on a list.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that stuff anymore,
Yeah.
which I think is good.
Yeah.
But I do think that was a very, very large problem.
Yeah.
I really do.
So it's changing for the better.
I hope. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't
because you have a daughter and a son.
Oh yeah. No, if I ever heard about that, it would take a lot for me to not hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as a gym owner, like it's important to me that the little girls that I have in my gym have a good relationship with food.
Yes.
And, unfortunately there's times when like, I don't want to say parents, but people of influence will tell them like, hey, they kind of talk about what they're eating. Right. And people and parents will tell me like, well, I'd really like for my son or daughter to lose a pound. Okay. Clean up their diet and don't bring it up.
So I think with the kids,
start from there, right? Clean up the diet. Don't bring it up instead of saying, oh, don't eat that. Don't eat that.
I tell my girls when we line up, I'm like, hey, listen, we have a meet coming up in 3 weeks. Let's call it 3 to 4 weeks ahead of time. Hey, let's cut out the bullshit. I don't say bullshit. 'Cause
I hear you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, let's.
You say fucking bullshit. Let's
Yeah.
cut out the fucking bullshit.
Stop fucking around. To these 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
No, what I tell them is, I'm like, okay, hey, listen, we have a comp coming up, so we need to make sure we're prepping every single thing.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't mean that you're starving.
Right.
It doesn't
Right.
mean that you're bulimic.
Right.
Like if I find out that, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
It comes down to let's eat healthy.
Yeah.
You eating candy at night? Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You're about to compete, right? Like you're eating a bunch of sodas. You're going to what is the Dutch Bros all the time. Like cut it.
How dare you? They're so nice to you.
I know.
They are nice.
Cut it out though. Like
Yeah.
you don't need that. Even when I competed at the white belt, right? I went to that comp. We went to our social hour and we went and ate.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't drink the night before.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
a 30-year-old man. I could decide a white belt doesn't mean that much in my opinion. Like it for me being out at the Olympic level, it doesn't matter. But no, if I'm gonna compete and I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking do it.
sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like we need to make sure the same thing I tell my girls, hey, no, 3 weeks out, I'm not eating candy.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm not doing that stuff because I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna give it my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna go out and give my best, why the hell am I doing it?
Yeah.
When you're talking
Don't
about
do it.
like a weight
Yeah,
though,
don't do it.
so say like you're 150 pounds. There's a big difference between a 150 pound person who's like 15% body fat and 10% body fat, right? So it's like if you're just trying to cut weight, a lot of times you're losing a lot of muscle. So that at that point you're not actually
If
getting
you're not eating.
if you're not doing it right. If you're like, say you're
you're
going
being
anorexic,
unhealthy,
bulimic,
yes.
or whatever,
Yes, it's
you're,
super
you're
unhealthy.
actually hurting yourself
do it.
more than you're benefiting yourself,
100%.
right? But like, if you are like, let's look at Alex. You see how I switched that?
He's getting vascular with,
I
with
hope-
alcohol. Look.
I hope for your sake you're in as good a shape as I am in 10 years.
Oh, in 10 years, I hope I'm dead.
Me too.
I was saying I don't, but okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a big difference, like how
Yes.
you're doing it
Yes.
and why you're doing it. Like,
Yes.
if you're just looking at your weight it's kind of like when people talk about BMI a lot, where it's like, oh, your BMI, you're overweight.
We don't follow
and we
that
all
in
know
gymnastics.
like you're probably over BMI. Like you're probably
I'm super probably obese.
because you have a lot of muscle.
Based on my height and what I weigh, I bet you on the BMI index.
But we
I'm
all
yeah.
fucking know that like BMI is an average. It's generally speaking, if you're like the average person, if you have a high BMI, you're unhealthy. If you have a low BMI, you're
Gymnastics, we go based on feel.
Yeah.
sure. But I mean that's what I'm saying is like, so there's a big difference between like how you're affecting your weight, right?
BMI
But when you focus period on the weight number, like you step on a scale, I'm 150.
Super unhealthy.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't really tell you enough.
No.
Like you need to talk about like how much muscle mass do you have, how much fat mass do you
bone
have.
density do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
There's so much more that goes into that, and it's so easy to be like, I'm 150 pounds, I need to be 140 pounds, and you're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking not eat for like 2 weeks, and now I'm like, but you're losing so much muscle mass,
Yes.
which means like
It's not healthy. It's
you're not
not
helping
good.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my girls. I'm like, hey, I'm not telling you to not eat. I want you to eat as much as you want. I want you to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
Eat chicken, eat vegetables, eat fruit, eat as much as you freaking want.
Yeah.
But cut out the bullshit. Stop
Cut out
eating
the
so
bullshit.
much sugar. Stop
Yeah.
drinking alcohol like I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
You're competing.
You're like, you should stop. Gulp, 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 gulp.
You're like
Fine.
this. You're pouring out of a
competing.
flask.
I'm not competing. Don't do what I do.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
No, but you've done your time.
Oh,
right.
yes.
You've done that. Like
And even when I compete now, like I told like my wife, she was like, oh, when I was going to compete, she was like, oh, you're tired for the day? And I was like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go compete. And she's like, oh, okay. And she noticed my dietary changes. She's like, oh, I know you haven't drank in like 2 weeks. Yeah, because I'm gonna compete. It's a white belt competition. I don't mean anything wrong by that, but like I'm gonna treat that the same as the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
If I'm going to compete, I don't care what level it is. It's for myself. If I'm competing, I'm competing.
Right.
And it's so hard in like
100%,
sports, like
yeah.
in sports like jiu-jitsu, where like the variables are ever changing. Like if I roll with you today, you're going to be a different person if I roll with you on next week.
Absolutely.
And if I roll with you and versus him, like say like you're both the same way.
Or based on the way you're rolling.
Yeah.
Right,
what
right.
skills you pull.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to like quantify the difference between like, all right, I'm 150 pounds right now. I roll with you. You're 180. This is how you feel. I'm 150 pounds. You're 180. It's going to be a completely different feel. Assuming like technique's the same, it's completely different.
I guarantee Tojo is not 150 pounds.
I'm 160 right now. Anyways,
That means 168.
at least.
That's what you guys say, huh? You guys don't tell your true weight, huh?
Fuck no. Jiu-Jitsu people lie.
I was joking with D the other day. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm 165. He's like, no, he made me go sit on the scale. He was all mad. He made me stand on the
He
scale.
doesn't even know what pounds are.
And it was like 180.
He's from Portugal.
I've been there. It was like 182. And then he went on as 186, and I said, I still weigh less than you.
But like, so I keep bringing this back to climbing. So like, the cool thing about like climbing is like, so say like I want to climb a particular route, right? That like it's beyond my level. It's 12B, whatever.
You should push yourself always.
Right, always for sure. But like, so like I'm 100. I think I need to cut myself to 145 pounds to send this route.
Yeah.
So I'm like, send it means like do this route without
I
falling.
got
Right. Right. So 145 pounds.
You just act like I know what send meant.
Yeah.
I don't know, like some send like.
Fuck this
I
guy.
got you.
He's an idiot.
got you.
I'm used to talking to dumb people.
I'm not smart, so I appreciate it.
But like, so you have this quantifiable measure of like, this is the route. It doesn't change. There's nothing I can do to change this route other than like, if I go out there with a fucking chisel and make holes bigger or smaller, right?
Yeah.
But like, so like, here's the unchanging metric is this climb, right? So
And yourself.
But I change. The route doesn't change.
Yes.
Right. So I'm 140 pounds. I try to climb this. I'm like, this is fucking hard. There's times where like I'll cut my weight to like in my particular instance, it's like I get to a 150. I'm like, I feel like that's where I need to be climb this. But like at 150, 155, like 5 pounds heavier, I'm heavier, but I feel stronger.
That's where you should compete.
Yeah, that's your optimal.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize that. They think of it as like, I just need to be lighter.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not the same.
No.
But they also have this ever moving target, right?
Yeah.
And I think gymnastics is like that. Jiu-Jitsu is like that, where it's like, you're just doing, in gymnastics, you're doing moves. In Jiu-Jitsu, you're fighting different people.
Yeah.
And who are also changing.
That's the one thing I love about jiu-jitsu versus gymnastics is like in gymnastics, what I said, it's on me.
Yeah.
If I fuck up, it's on me.
Yeah.
And there's something beautiful about that.
Sure.
There's something amazing. It's like, okay, well, if I don't do it, it's okay. It's my fault. I really like the idea that like it's me versus you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had that in my life.
Yeah.
But you could, where like
I have it.
sometimes
It's like a puzzle,
willpower
right?
wins.
And like even when we were walking out in the white belt thing and the guys were talking, oh, I've done this, oh, you're going to compete against us? I was like, yeah, man. And like, how long have you been doing
There's very few people in the white belt division.
You were
who
like
has
6 months in or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I literally told him, I was like, I'm going to be honest, man. I really don't care about talking. I just want to fucking do this.
Yeah. Right. Hey.
And they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, dude, I'm not here to be your friend.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
not yet. After we can make jokes and like, oh shit, you're an Olympian. Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey,
Like,
don't get it twisted. A lot of people will like try to be like, hey, we're friends. Like they're trying
It's
to.
a game.
They're trying to
Do they
soften
play a
you.
game?
Yeah.
Because like
I did that
I'm
in
not gonna fuck
gymnastics.
my friend
Yeah.
up like I'm
I
gonna
did it.
fuck up some random guy.
I'll be honest, I did that in gymnastics.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know.
They're playing a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As much as they're like trying to be like, oh my god, I'm offended, but they're
Yeah.
like totally playing a game.
Yeah, so one thing that I used to do, so sorry anyone who's eventually watching this, but if we're on rings or something, or pommel horse even, any event and I go up, listen, we're friends until I go to compete. So if we're on rings and we're going and they're doing their skills and stuff, I do a dismount and I land, I might look over at my teammate, my buddy, like with Jake or someone. If you're my Tojo, if you were my teammate and we're going, I was going against you, I would literally do something and I would go, I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That ring feels really slippery.
Trying to fuck with them a little bit.
Motherfucker. I'd be so mad at you.
100%. We go on pommel horse. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what it is. This pommel feels thicker. Feel this. and I have him grab it. Oh, maybe. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fucking.
You try to trick him. Yeah,
it's messed up, man. And like, dude,
every little bit counts though. When you're talking about a game of tenths.
I don't care. I can't fight you. I can't physically choke you like I can in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I have to mentally fuck with you.
Yeah.
I have to literally go, okay, let me get in his head a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me put him off his toes, right? He's used to it.
I know I've told you this. So this is my strategy. One of my like 1/10 strategies, right? So when I go to compete at big tournaments, I like to like use like peanut butter as my calories.
Okay.
One main reason. Well, there's two main reasons. One,
makes them fart.
No, one reason. Peanut butter is like high calorie, low weight.
Yeah,
that's great.
Right.
I used to use PB too. I used to use the powder. That's how.
Oh yeah,
that's how I would pour the water.
You know my other reason though?
Makes your breath stink.
In case someone's allergic. You're so fucked up.
How many?
You gotta choke somebody.
It's probably the most common allergy, right? And people who are allergic to peanuts are like, it's like there's no like in between. There's no in between, right?
I love that. I guessed it. I love that. I'm in it. I'm with you. I would do it too.
I would love to breathe on some guy who's allergic to peanuts, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna go anaphylactic.
He said, good luck.
It's literally part of why I eat peanut butter.
It could be.
I'm fucking dying.
It could be. Hey, you know what? I don't judge it at all. Yeah. That's why I was like, let me think.
I don't judge it at all.
If I was competing, that's what I thought of. If I was competing, how can I fuck with this dude? He might have peanut allergy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's me versus you.
I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating.
That's
what
I love about. That's what I like about you. Like it's the same as gymnastics. It's me versus you, but like now, like it's me literally physically versus you.
Yeah.
Oh, if I know a guy's allergic to peanuts, I'm like, I'm rubbing peanut oil on my skin.
Over your fucking hands.
Have you ever watched Horrible Bosses? I think I told you.
No, I've never seen it.
I've seen the show. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
There's the peanut thing.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
I've got a friend. He's a black belt.
I'm gonna do these things all the time.
Oh fuck yeah!
I wanna
Let's do
somehow. If I can be a third wheel on.
What are you doing next week? We'll just fucking hang out.
Fun.
So I've got a friend.
Your wife's hungry.
A black belt at Gracie, Arizona. Yeah, we'll wrap up here in a minute.
Okay.
A black belt at Gracie, Arizona. Doug Moore, and like
never heard of her.
He and I have competed like a bunch of times locally against each other. And he's like, I love him. Like I tell him that. Like fucking tell him I love him. And
you should.
But he
a
pushes
lot of guys
me.
Don't do that.
No,
I think you should do that more often than not.
In the masters level, most people are buddies.
Yeah, he pushes me harder than anybody else. Like if I know he's going to be in that division, I train as hard as I can.
That was me and Jake, man.
Yeah.
Doug's dope too. You'd love him.
Fucking great guy.
Yeah.
And he's been a black belt for like I want to say like 20 years.
Yeah.
A long time. And I text him from the bullpen at Master Worlds, and I'm like, dude, I've never been more nervous than I am against you. Like, I'm good right now.
Have fun.
Like, I'm good. And I thank him. I thank him for pushing me that hard.
Yeah.
But that is one dude that, like, if there's anybody that's ever pushed me to be better, like, outside of my family,
those people
it's
are
that fucking guy.
Those people are important.
I fucking
the people
love
in your
that guy.
division, like Doug and Jay, are like some of my favorite black belts in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking love those guys.
There's another guy named Troy Acker. Shout out to fucking Troy. I'm going to, Steven, clip it and fucking tag him.
Put him on the podcast.
Troy Acker was I will. I should. He was the very first person that I fought at black belt. I dominated Troy. No, he reaped. He reaped and got DQ'd.
Fucking pussy.
But Troy, we competed several times against each other in Arizona, and that fucking dude, man. You know, it's like there's people that push you. Fucking great guy.
But it's beautiful.
But check this out.
So beautiful.
Where he sees me in my fucking garb on my way from the hotel to the venue at Master Worlds, and he's coming the other way.
Fucking with you.
And no. He comes up. He goes, are you going right now? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. He goes, you need water? You're like, I got snacks. Like, he's that guy.
The community.
Fucking love that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Troy's
the Masters divisions are so much different. Well, I would say Masters 2 and above. Yeah. Masters 1 and adult are basically like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I hope you get fucking kidney failure.
I hope you have COVID on the way here.
I hope that as I get higher level belt and stuff on the master side, that it continues to be that way, because that's the beauty of sport.
100%.
Is when people are realizing that, like, hey, you struggled, I struggled, whoever's better that day, awesome. But it doesn't matter about the 50 cent medal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't really get that. You don't really get that majority.
It's $3.
Yes.
Thank you. Or what are they?
For broken bones for you guys. For me, it's just like, oh, you get a pretty medal.
You don't really get that realization, like, in a lot of the adult, like, there's some adult competitors who are like that. There's some Masters 1 competitors like I mean, and to that, there's Masters 3, 4, 5 guys who are like cunts too. Yeah. Like, it's not it's a perfect
every division. Yeah.
It's not a perfect division, but like, the older you get, the more you get guys who are just like, dude, we're all competing for fucking bullshit.
Beautiful.
But there are guys like when I work for Master Worlds, like you and I, we work really hard to get there and compete well.
You work hard, I don't.
I work hard. But like, there are guys I really believe there's different levels at Master Worlds.
Yeah.
There's the guys that are just happy to be there because you don't have to qualify to get there. You can just fucking sign up. And then there's guys that are like middle of the pack. And then there's the elite, right? Whenever I see somebody like doing like fucking Instagram in the bullpen, you know what I mean?
You're like, I got this one.
I'm going to fucking kill that guy. That motherfucker is dead. I am not losing to that bitch.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Demetrius Johnson is in my division.
Yeah, but he doesn't do Instagram in the fucking bullpen.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, but the only reason why he's doing it is because it's probably like, oh, here's 25,000.
He's got a whole. He's got a fucking crew. He's got a fucking crew. Which the funny thing.
So I don't blame him for that.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't care about it like the way.
No.
Great fucking dude though.
He's a great
fucking great dude.
Demetrius Johnson is a great fucking dude because like he trained.
Before we end, I got something special.
Of course, yeah.
Yes. So he trains in Washington, right? Kelsey's family's all from Washington. There's a school in Washington called Grapple Club.
Okay.
I trained at a bunch of different places when we went to visit her family out there. Grapple Club was by far my favorite. Jan McCain is their head coach. He's I think he was like the Olympic judo runner-up for Brazil.
Yeah.
Fucking gangster.
Yeah.
That's where Demetrius Johnson trains now. And he was talking about on one of his podcasts, like the Mighty podcast or whatever, how he's like, dude, Jan McCain fucks me up. And I was like, I saw him last year and I was like, bro, when you said that, I was like, I was a black belt. I showed up to fucking Grapple Club. I roll with Jan. Jan fucks me up like I don't know how to do jiu-jitsu. Right. And I'm like, I feel you. I feel you.
Not many people would be afraid of Jan or Miro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but like, everyone knows who Demetrius Johnson is, right?
Of course.
Yeah. You know who Demetrius Johnson is? You know who Demetrius? Of course. Do you know who Jan McCain is? No.
Barely.
No.
I mean, I know who he is, but I've never met him.
Right.
I've never.
But like, it's like, it's like we all know Demetrius Johnson. Nobody knows Jan McCain. Jan McCain fucks up Demetrius Johnson, right? Like, and none of us know that.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, it's just how jiu-jitsu
I'm new.
is.
Sorry.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, you had something special.
I do have something special.
Let's just do it. Let's fucking go. Let's send it. Come on, Alex.
What's going on here?
Please be a dildo.
This is for you guys.
Please be the biggest dildo.
This is for you guys.
Okay. What is that?
This happens to be the Olympic medal.
Whoa.
I brought it because I wanted you guys to be able to hold it and to wear it.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Come here.
So this is from the Olympics. This is an Olympic medal on pommel horse.
Holy shit.
I brought it for you guys to hold it and wear it. It's true bronze.
Put it on. Put it on.
No, I'm not. No, I won't wear it.
I brought it here to have you guys wear it.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm going to wear it.
No, yeah. I'm not going to wear it.
100% okay to wear it.
It is heavy.
It's bronze.
Yeah?
No. Fuck you.
So real quick though, as you look at it, you see the goddess Nike right here in the pentathlon.
Mm-hmm.
That is what this is right here. When you guys look at it,
nice.
It's an exact replica.
Do all the medals have that?
Yes, up to they changed that, and I don't know the year. I should know, but it was probably like 30, 40 years ago.
Wow.
And then before that, it was a different one. But yeah, that is. I brought the big boy. I want you guys to wear it and check it out.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Of all the people,
we all thought you were bullshitting, dude.
Yeah,
they really have a fucking medal.
I thought he made this.
Wait, I know it's not gold. I missed it by 2/10, but this is the only.
Feel this?
This is the
Feel
only.
this?
This is the only bronze medal.
It's heavy
ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Enjoy.
Oh, god damn.
It's heavy, right?
Wow.
It's not the shitty fucking medals we get at like IBJJF. Wow. It is a real fucking.
And on the outside, it should say pommel horse and stuff like on the border and stuff on the sides.
Yeah, right there, man.
That's fucking cool.
True Olympic
That's
medal,
so cool.
Man. Put it on, dude.
How many people can say they touched a fucking Olympic medal?
So I probably had maybe 10 people touch it.
Look at this fucking poser over here. Look at this
it
poser.
It's not a poser.
No, you're a poser.
How does it feel?
It still smells like you just got off the podium, bro.
It might be.
I feel. I hope you feel like you wear another man's underwear right now.
I would fucking listen. Take your fucking underwear off. I'll wear it. This is fucking cool, dude.
So in your
Wait,
life,
so it's
you've never held an Olympic medal, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, never. So
obviously,
are you saying like?
Yeah. Oh, hey. So you've never touched an Olympic medal? Okay.
Imagine.
Loser.
Well, I mean, like I have obviously from other coaches.
Imagine the fucking gold medal.
It's heavy.
It's got to be pretty fucking.
Well, it's
heavy.
probably lighter because
Yeah.
bronze is heavy or at
I
least
don't
lighter.
think it is.
No, gold is heavier than
I think
bronze.
gold's heavier. Yeah. You know what's silly?
Shit,
Thank you, Barack Obama, for taxing me on that.
Thanks, Barack. On the medal?
Yep.
How much? Can I ask?
I don't know exactly how much it was, but I do know my tax guy said literally when we got an Olympic medal.
But it counts as like the cost of the medal
It's currency.
because it's real bronze.
It's real bronze.
That's cool.
So you want to talk? We were talking about the enhanced games and winning millions. Nope.
Can I see it again, real quick?
Of course,
Sorry.
man.
Thanks, man. I just want to look at the ribbon because like the ribbon.
Thank you for bringing that.
Like obviously the medal's really cool, but like they put a lot of work into like.
The ribbon is gorgeous.
Dude, this is fucking cool. I'm glad you brought this. I didn't even like think to ask. Be like, hey, can you bring your medal?
I never thought to ask.
Yeah, I just figured. I was like, they've never seen it. It'd be kind
Nope.
of cool to see.
Nope.
How many of these are there?
One of a bronze.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, like,
Yeah.
So there's like, so for Rio 2016,
We could ask something. Yeah. What
like
do you
how
do?
many bronze medals are there? How many gold medals are there?
in the Summer Olympics?
Yeah.
I don't know. How many in the Summer Olympics in 2012? How many bronze medals are there?
So if
I found this on the web for how many in the Summer Olympics.
It looks like 302 total of all sports.
wow, that's special. That's really special.
But that like it
But
seems
this-
like a
but
big
this-
number, but like
so what we got-
three Americans since '84, dude.
yeah.
And in a non-boycotted, that's the only one. Until Steven got his.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. That's the OG.
This is fucking cool.
That's fucking cool, dude.
And I love the
How
the
heavy-
weight,
it
the mass
feels
of it,
real.
the
It's
mass of
real.
it. It doesn't feel like it's like
gorgeous.
the cheap, shitty medals we get for like IBJJF. This fucking feels real.
That's why I said when we were going, I was
really
like,
cool.
man, I don't need it.
Yeah,
You're like, but I will say on a side note, you've been talking about pans.
Yeah.
I am thinking about it. I do kind of want that. I don't need it, but I kind of want it.
Let me know because I can cancel my Airbnb and we can travel together.
Yeah,
just let me know.
I'm really thinking about it, and then also, is it September that Worlds is?
Yes, it's like it's right around Labor Day, Labor Day
I
weekend.
kind of want to think of pans as like a trial to a bigger group to where I have to I had to buy and I had two dudes I had to beat. That's not that hard.
Yeah.
I just want to see this.
No, yeah, open it up. Yeah, you turn it as a little pin.
You should come with too, man.
And
Depends.
so it's like, okay, so if
All right, you pay for me.
if
No.
we do that,
hold on,
I don't
hold on. Can we talk about this pin too? Like,
yeah, I've never worn the pin. Fancy. Yeah, I have
Is it
that.
is it like for a
So-
lapel on a?
it's very much an Olympic pin.
Yeah. Yeah, I also have, so what they give us, Omega is a sponsor, so I have an awesome Omega watch that has Olympic
Nice.
rings and like stuff
Omegas are my
underneath.
favorite.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then I have my two world medals. One is like this. It's as big, if not bigger. Yeah, man. As big, if not bigger. And
damn.
it was truly an amazing honor to get a world medal. And
Yeah.
then with the Olympics, I was
Yeah.
like, super, super cool.
Fucking Rio, dude.
And no one can take this away from you.
No.
Which is like I don't. You could kill somebody, and it's like I'm still an Olympian.
Yeah.
They've drug tested me gazillion times. I
Yeah.
was clean as could
Even the
be
case,
then.
dude. Even the case is like
Gorgeous,
I would love this. Here, feel this case, Alex.
Bro,
I would love this case for fucking anything.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, it's super.
Yeah, that's beautiful, dude.
The Olympics, man.
Do you know what it's made out of? I'm a fucking dork
beautiful
about
thing.
like woodworking.
What kind of wood?
Yeah.
Is it an oak?
It seems very teak. but I don't know.
That's gorgeous.
That's
man.
fucking cool, though.
Yeah,
Thank you for bringing that on.
Yeah, I'm
I wanted-
super glad you brought that. Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
man.
so cool.
I wanted to bring a few things. I didn't bring them, but one of the jokes was I have an Olympic ring, and so like for my dad, like that to him, he gets a cool medal like this too.
Oh, cool.
It's not the same, but he gets basically
As a coach?
As a coach,
Yeah.
you get a medal from the U.S. So he has one of those, and then the biggest thing though was like. If you win like a state championship or something, you get a ring.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right? NCAA, like I have a ring for every finger just for fun. And I only did 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's super fun to have them. In the Olympics, we got a ring. It used to fit this finger thanks to Jiu-Jitsu. It does not. And I was
First of
gonna
all,
make
you've been doing this for like a
Only-
year and a half.
yes.
I don't want to hear it.
Not even.
Not no more.
I'm at 11 months. But it now, the original, based on being 139 pounds, used to fit this finger. It only fits my pinky finger. So I was going to bring it in and make a joke with knuckle size. But yeah, I have an Olympic ring and then this. And from the Olympics, that and the watch are the three.
That's fucking cool, dude.
The three biggest things. I have.
I wish you would have brought the
championship
watch
rings.
because I would love to see the
Yeah.
Omega watch.
That would
That
be
would
so cool.
Yeah. On the back side, it's pretty cool. It has the Olympic rings and it says.
Do you know what model it is?
It's a submarine one.
Submariner. Yes.
Submariner?
Sorry.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's like the
beautiful.
quintessential Omega watch,
Yeah.
and it's fucking beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, when they sent it back, I didn't want to take it to Rio just because.
Obviously.
Rio's beautiful, but it is technically if you get near the favelas or something like it's a
You could get robbed. Yeah. No, I get it.
And so we sent it back, and they when they told me, oh yeah, we insured it for $20,000, and I was like,
Oh shit,
Bro.
that watch is worth that much? Like, oh yeah.
Well, the watch itself isn't.
This is the only. It's an Omega, and it's only for the Olympic team.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
watch.
So
That's what I was going to
for,
say.
for Team USA. So
Yeah.
so
It's probably worth more than that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
right now it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Let's
there's that.
sell that
some other
bitch.
stuff. I'd be down.
Let's buy a house.
I got plenty of stuff I got to pay for. yeah.
All right, boys. Let's go ahead and wrap up because Amy's gonna kill me. We've been going for 3 hours, by the way.
And Alex, hey, dude,
I would
thanks,
keep going.
thanks for bringing that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that was like the highlight.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
That's
Yeah,
the
that was
highlight.
cool.
Like,
Thank
like, when would we fucking?
Never.
Never.
I want to surprise you guys. You know
Yeah.
what I
That
mean?
was cool.
I was like, I could bring this. I'll hide
I
it in my
really
jacket.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
bringing that.
Thank
Like,
you for coming on the show.
No, thank you
You know,
guys,
and you were very open with a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
very cool, man.
I in general in life, I honestly I'm very open.
Nice.
I really really am.
Yeah. All right, everybody. If you love the podcast or if you hate the podcast, please like and subscribe. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all the fucking socials, and everywhere you can get a podcast. Every single fucking platform. We're on it. Tojo, Alex, thank you,
you.
brothers.
Hey,
appreciate
thank you
it.
guys.
we've touched an Olympic medal.
We did touch
The trifecta.
I like to think that I
The three-
touched them in more ways than one.
Oh, I touched him real hard.
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, everybody, if you want to support the podcast, please support us by buying Salt Electrolytes. They are the best electrolyte supplement on the market, and use code Foxcast15 at checkout.
That sounds made
Foxcast15 at checkout.
Also, if you want to support the podcast,
Don't say it. Don't say it. You're going to say something really stupid. Dude, I just did an awesome promo.
buy us whiskey.
Buy us whiskey. Ooh, yes. Dude, Buffalo Trace is cheap.
Yeah, it's like $24.
$24.